helpful for you guys. So guys, let's get into it. The 5 steps to importing and e-commerce success, and how you can really build this business for yourself, risk-free and fast. Again, guys, this market is just exploding right now, so many people are just so confused, so many people out there just trying to tell you, what you need to do, what you should do. I think today's presentation is really going to help you to remove a lot of that overwhelm, get above a lot of that noise in the industry, and really help you to get a clear path on how you can build your own importing and e-commerce business. So guys, make sure you're active in the question box. We got Kyle in there, and yeah, we'll be doing a Q&A at the end. I'm also watching the question box. Hopefully you guys won't distract me too much. So let's get into it. Guys, my promise to you is in the next 2 hours, you're going to learn a ton here. So make sure you're in the right place today. Make sure you're going to get a ton of value out of today's presentation. We're absolutely packed. Make sure you're leaving room for people that really need this. So a lot of people just have a lot of confusion and overwhelm and get really frustrated when they're trying to find good products, right? And the product research method in general and how people go about researching products is very wrong, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to show you how you can really streamline your entire product research framework and really find killer products really quickly and just remove all that frustration and overwhelm. Because me personally, when I first started doing this, thousands of hours of just frustration, overwhelm. I would just click around Amazon all day with no purpose, just looking for products to sell. And I'm going to give you guys today our product research workbook, and it's going to help you really streamline your entire product research process. We're going to show you how you can launch your importing and e-commerce empire from scratch. Obviously, a lot of people here today already selling some products online, already on Amazon, eBay, whatever it is. So, this is going to be really valuable for you, really going to enable you to almost double your growth probably overnight. You're going to learn a lot of cool little hacks and tips today. But we're also going to teach you how you can do it from scratch. If you've never had an e-commerce business before, if you've never even sold anything online before, this is actually a really easy business model to get into. And yeah, I'll show you guys exactly how you can launch this thing as easily as possible from scratch. We're also going to show you why this industry is just exploding right now. I know you guys see just constantly, this industry, new people coming in all the time, new products all the time. And guys, it's not just in internet marketing, right? Internet marketing and this whole, get rich quick industry is just trying to, come in like a vulture on this industry now. The truth of the matter is this industry has been exploding since 2009. We look at shows like Shark Tank. The reason this show Shark Tank is so big now is because people love buying from small e-commerce brands. People love interacting with these small brands. So we're going to show you guys how you can take advantage of this gold rush opportunity that's happening right now in e-commerce. I really do think it's kind of the next bubble that we're living through right now. And also, fun little bonus, guys, we're going to show you how you can start making money tonight. And yeah, guys, a lot of people want to tell you that this business model is complex, this business model, really tough to get into. Truth of the matter is, this is one of the easiest business models out there. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can even start making money tonight, be profitable when you go to sleep. It's absolutely amazing how quick you can get started in this industry. So guys, our prizes today, and I actually think I screwed this up a little bit on the link, but yeah, if you go to startupbros.com/prize, I think it's actually startupbros.com/share. I'm sorry about that. Guys, depending on how many shares we get on that Facebook post, that'll dictate what prizes we're giving away today. So you guys, if you just go to, let me see if I can find it here. If you guys just go to startupbros.com/share, not prize, that's my mistake. That's going to take you to the Startup Bros Facebook page, and right on the Startup Bros Facebook page, you're going to see a post like this, and it looks like we're already up above 20 shares here, so that's cool to see, 21 shares already. So guys, that first post on the Startup Bros Facebook wall, that's how we're going to dictate what we're giving away today. And here's how it's going to work, guys. 25 shares, we're going to give away a free Kindle Paperwhite. 50 shares, we're going to give away not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 $100 Amazon gift cards at 50 shares. At 100 shares, we're going to give away brand new Apple Watch Sports. That's really cool. I know those are on and popping right now. I really want one myself. So 200 shares, we're going to throw in another Apple Watch Sports. So 2 Apple Watches up for grabs today and 4 Amazon gift cards along with a Kindle Paperwhite. So all sorts of prizes today. And again, guys, just go to startupbros.com/share. or go to the Startup Bros Facebook page, and the first post on there, however many shares we get there, dictates what we're going to give away today, guys. And here's how it works. Guys, we're going to stop intermittently at random points during today's presentation and kind of do trivia questions for these giveaway prizes. So make sure you're paying attention. Guys, this is probably the 70th time I've given this presentation, and we just go through and jam-pack this thing with value every time. As you can hear, I speak pretty fast, and we're only speeding up from here. So make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're really paying attention. Flip over your phone. Don't let that distract you. Turn off the Facebook after you do that share, and let's get into it, guys. So really quick, what I want to talk about is, retail is just dying, right? Guys, think about over the past 5-10 years, how many retail stores have just collapsed. You look at a store like Best Buy, like Circuit City's just gone, right? Radio Shack just gone. All these electronic stores are just disappearing. Walmart, this massive company that we all thought, is untouchable. They're losing money hand over fist. They're closing down Walmarts all over the place. Guys, what you have to understand is retail is dying. I don't think anyone would argue that, kids born in 2015, by 2030, they're not going to be leaving the house to go shopping, right? E-commerce is clearly the future, and retail is clearly dying. And guys, you're talking about retail, a multi-trillion-dollar market. It's dead. It's gone, guys. Macy's, JCPenney, Sears, all these places are collapsing, and all of those sales, guys, they're not going to other retail stores. They're going online. So the next Macy's, the next JCPenney's, the next Circuit City, they're all being created online right now by people just like you, e-commerce entrepreneurs. So guys, we're going to look back in, let me see, I got this slide a little screwed up here. So e-commerce is just exploding right now, right? We're seeing this gold rush style opportunity, literally the beginning of a new bubble. Guys, if you look at Amazon's stock price since 2008, it is up over 1,000%. So guys, this isn't this isn't me, trying to hype up the e-commerce industry or anything. This is just what's happening. And the world, really, the economy right now is really being led by e-commerce. And just look at over here, the Amazon stock price here. We see down in 2008, they were down at $42, $48. Today they're trading at $436, up over 1,000%. So guys, it's no argument. No one's going to argue that e-commerce is the next gold rush, and we're seeing just an absolute bubble style growth in that market right now. Amazon's still growing, eBay still growing 15% a year. PayPal is splitting off from eBay and just keeps growing. Shopify going public, Etsy went public. Guys, this industry is just exploding right now. So I don't think anyone's going to argue that this is just a huge opportunity. I really think that in 5-10 years, we're going to look back at the e-commerce industry in 2015 the same way we look at SEO in 2000, and you're going to say to yourself, wow, why didn't I start an e-commerce brand back then? It was just so easy, because guys, it is just gold rush right now, a real bubble that's happening in e-commerce. So super quick dabble into my story. I'm going to show you guys how you can really take advantage of this. Let me show you how I got into it, and I'm just going to breeze through this because I know you guys did not come here to hear about me today. So I was born into really poor family in Chicago. My parents were 17. We were on public aid, and just really rough upbringing, so to speak. But by the time I was 5 or 10 years old, I had seen my dad with entrepreneurship, by building his own business, really went from rags to riches, and we went from on public aid to doing just fine. So I really knew from a very young age, through seeing my dad do it, that I was going to be an entrepreneur. There was no other way about it. And from a very early age, I decided that school and the public school system was only hurting me, and it was actually going to, not allow me to be a successful entrepreneur. So I already, 12, 13 years old, was skipping school, staying at home, just trying to figure out a business to build. So started trying all these get-rich-quick schemes early. Obviously, everybody, when they first get into entrepreneurship, goes through all these, get-rich-quick internet marketing schemes. I did the same. I've tried all of them, and lots of failures, right? I just kept on trying because I knew it could work. I saw it work for my dad. So no idea what I was doing, absolutely no business skills or connections, right? I was 12, 13 years old. I always say I had no business being in business, right? I was just out there trying to get something done. All I really knew was I wanted to make a lot of money and be successful with this entrepreneurship thing. So one day my dad came home from buying a new car, and he was talking to the car dealer. And the car dealer told him about this 19-year-old kid who came in the day before and bought this brand new Mercedes just with cash, wrote a check, didn't even finance it. And my dad was like, how did this kid afford it, right? And I guess the car dealer asked the kid, and the kid had started importing counterfeit hair straighteners and was just selling them on eBay and just making a killing doing it. So enough to buy this new Mercedes. So my dad came home from the car dealer, and he walked into my room and basically said, here's this thing that's working for this other guy. You're not going to school anyway, so might as well try this importing thing. So followed my dad's advice and got into importing that way. Here's a picture of me. I almost didn't include this, but quite embarrassing. But if anyone's doubting, can you do this? Is this business model possible? Is it tough to start with this business model? Guys, this is a picture of me when I figured out how to first do it. And if this snot-nosed 13-year-old kid could figure it out, I promise you can too. It's just getting easier and easier. So really awesome business model. My first moneymaker, obviously, and I wouldn't recommend this for anybody, but I want to be fully transparent with you. First big moneymaker was the counterfeits, right? I heard about the counterfeit hair straighteners. So I went straight into them, started doing purses, wallets, sunglasses, shoes, belts, everything you can think of. One of my biggest money makers were these P90X workout guides. We got these things in China for $4 or $5 a piece, and so ended up selling them anywhere from 40 to 140 bucks a piece. So just an absolute killing on these things, and was having a great time doing it. A bunch of different friends doing it along with me, and this is having a great time with it. And then one day I walk out to my mailbox, and there it is, the old cease and desist. And for anyone who doesn't know what a cease and desist is, basically, if Nike's lawyers see that you're selling fake Nike stuff, they're going to send you a cease and desist, and it basically just says, hey, stop selling fake Nike stuff or else we're going to sue you. So I did stop, and that was the end of counterfeits for me. But I tried going legit, right? I knew this importing business model could really work, and I was having success with it. So obviously, I didn't try something else. I tried going legit with this one and rolling my counterfeit profits into this. So a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, to say the least. Just hundreds of hours of research. Like I said, skipping school to research products and just figure out how to build this importing e-commerce business. My senior year of high school, I ended up missing 97 out of 180 days. So more than half the days of school missed, just trying to figure out how to build this importing business, right? Tapped into every secret I could find, any advice that anybody had to give me. I was on top of it, trying it, plugging it into my business, testing, tweaking, optimizing. I always say, I was kind of like this mad scientist, just sitting in my room all day, every day, just trying to figure out how to make this work, right? So tons of mistakes and setbacks along the way, but learned from each and every one of them, right? So the first really bad setback I had were these patio furniture sets. And these are the first product I found that had what I call the phantom margin effect. And this is essentially, we had on paper, these things were a slam dunk. And so I'm like, obviously, I'll start doing these. Ordered 10 of them, sold all 10 really quickly, and 8 of them went really well. But 2 of them ended up getting damaged in shipping just because they were so big and bulky, bouncing around, and they ended up breaking. So I had to get these patio furniture sets back from my customer and then get another one from China, get that one to my customer. So it was an absolute nightmare. And what I learned was this phantom margin effect. Sometimes you're going to see these big, heavy, bulky products that are really expensive to ship. They look great on paper, but when you actually get out there and start selling them, shipping them around, things start breaking, and it just eats up all your profits. So you really want to avoid heavy, bulky, expensive to ship products, because that's really going to drive down your margins, create that phantom margin effect. Another really bad product I had were these mattress sheets. I ended up doing these when I was like 16 or 17, got 10 samples. I opened them up and tried to test out these sheets. 16 years old, throw them on the bed. I'm like, yeah, sheets are awesome. So I thought they were pretty good, and I went out and sold them and waited a few days, didn't really see any bad feedback come in or anything. So I thought I was good to go, and I bought like 100 more sheets, and I was all psyched up to start selling sheets. And literally, like right after I put in the order, I started getting all this bad feedback on eBay. And what ended up happening was, my customers, when they got these products, I didn't find out for the first few days, but when they first washed these products, they ended up leaking the colors all over the place, and it got all over, the whole wardrobe ruined and everything. So this was a nightmare, and tons of bad feedback. But what I really learned here is you got to sell your samples to real customers. Don't trust yourself to test your samples, because only a real customer is going to test those samples the way a real customer would, right? So make sure that you're selling your samples to real customers and letting them test them. Another bad product I had were these Yes We Cannabis shirts. And, right when Obama was running for office, we thought, yes, we cannabis shirts, slam dunk. How's this going to fail? So we just went right out and bought like 1,000 of them and ended up selling a lot really quickly, like 200 in the first month or so. And then everything just stopped. And what we really learned here, and I still have like 700 Yes We Cannabis shirts in my garage. If anyone wants one, feel free to stop by. Free Yes We Cannabis shirts for everyone. But what we really learned here is, and this is what we tell our clients now, is you have, counterintuitively, the quickest way to grow this business is to grow slow. Start with 5 to 10 samples, then go to 10 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 100, and then the sky's the limit. But you really got to grow slow to test your product in the market. So yeah, this was really valuable, and obviously don't do that. Another really bad product I had were these fake iPhones. When the iPhone first came out, China was coming out with all these counterfeit iPhones, and obviously I knew these things weren't going to work, but I decided to order one just for fun. Didn't even get one. They ended up sending me a pair of shoes. Not really sure what happened there, but I would really recommend obviously staying away from counterfeits and also staying away from electronics. Electronics, especially if you're just starting out, a lot of different complexities in the electronics market, certifications, defect rate, things like that. So you really got to watch out, and I would avoid electronics if you're just starting out. So eventually success started to happen for me, luckily, right? First really good product I have were these motivational pillows. And these things were really cool because I could just really cheap to print up a bunch of different product variations, right? I could put whatever quote I wanted to on these pillows. And my supplier would ship these things by just vacuum sealing like a ton of them in a bag. So these were a really good product, super cheap to ship around and sold really well. Another really good product I had were these decorative knives and swords. I did everything from, again, decorative knives all the way up to katanas and samurai swords and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. Kind of surprised I didn't lose a finger. Another good product I had, and you guys could definitely learn something from this one, is the LED light bulbs. When the LED light bulb first came out, there was just a flood of buyers coming into the market trying to get these things for no real reason. And that created an awesome market for me. So, whenever you see these big trends happen, keep an eye out and try to ride the trend, right? When the iPhone 6 came out, in like a 2-month period, there were 100 million people that needed an iPhone 6 case, right? Now that they have their cases, the iPhone 6 case market is a bad place to be in, right? But when it first came out, there was just a huge flood of iPhone 6 case sales. So, watch out for those big trends and try to ride those. And the first really big slam dunk product I found were the airsoft guns and my kind of airsoft brand and business that I built up around this thing. And this was a really cool product. Obviously had a ton of fun with it as an 18-year-old kid. But also, this was my first successful airsoft gun, the M82P. And after this, I just, kind of dropped all my other products and just focused on the airsoft business. And that's what I really recommend for our clients and for you as well is, don't feel like you have to do private label. Don't feel like you have to do any of these business models. Just work on getting products sold, right? And then it's all going to kind of become apparent. So yeah, this airsoft rifle, once I found this one, huge opportunity, and dropped all my other products and just focused on the airsoft brand and business. So some stats from my teenage importing years. Obviously the counterfeits, I wouldn't recommend anybody get into the counterfeits. I was definitely lucky to get out of there with some money, but I ended up making about 60 grand of profit in that one, so that was cool. First legitimate product was the motivational pillows I found and made about 27 grand a year in profit on those, so that was a good one. Second legitimate product were the Damascus steel knives and decorative swords and all that stuff. Made just north of 50 grand a year in profit on that one, so that was a good one for me as well. And my third legitimate product were the airsoft rifles, and it says here that we got over 100 grand a year. We almost got up to 200 grand a year in profit off the airsoft business, and just had a ton of fun with it as well. We had 10 or 15 different airsoft guns, a bunch of different accessories, and really kind of built up this big airsoft brand in the industry and had a ton of fun with it. And it was really interesting because I found so many bad products one after another, and it was just so frustrating for me doing the product research and finding all these bad products. But then once I found my first good product, everything just kind of clicked for me. And after that, it became really easy to find good product, good product, good product. So I think the same thing's going to happen for you. You know, keep that in mind, is get in there. Everybody has a little bit of frustration when they first do their product research, but if you can tough your way through it, you know, something's going to click for you, and it's just going to become super easy for you. So it's all about those baby steps, all about having that step-by-step system. No matter what product you're importing and selling, you can, you know, it's the same system, right? It's just e-commerce, importing e-commerce business model. So we're going to show you exactly how to do this today. So for me personally, what ended up happening to my airsoft business was back in, I think, 2008, 2009, China ended up banning all weapon lookalikes. So that was, you know, including airsoft guns. You can see a picture here of them just destroying all the airsoft guns they could find. And essentially, you know, with the swipe of a pen, China shut down my airsoft business overnight. So this was a big hit for me, obviously. Yeah, so after that, you know, ended up going to college, did, you know, about 3 months in college before dropping out. I always say, you know, the only thing I learned in college was how to drink. So after that, and went right back into business, right back into startups, and you know, had a few successes, and yeah, it's been a good time ever since. So in 2011, we ended up buying this business called Organic Color Systems, and have since added. It's just grown out of control since then. So now we have over 250 different products from 7 to 9 different brands. We're actually in the middle of changing out some brands and getting some new brands and things like that. And even have a corner of our warehouse just dedicated to Amazon FBA and just doing retail arbitrage, things like that. So still have a ton of fun with the e-commerce and importing business model, still rocking it. And you can see from this picture just a few of our products, but like I said, just have a ton at this point, over 250 in the warehouse. So nowadays, you know, when we first bought Organic Color Systems, it was a big deal, right? It was lots of investors. It was just a big purchase. So so when we did that, you know, and I think you guys will probably understand this. For me, when I'm building a business, and I think entrepreneurs in general, we just have so many different ideas all the time, right? And we always want to see these ideas always put into practice and implemented. So it's always really tough to focus on just the business at hand, right? And so when we got into this business, we said, okay, we're just going to start a blog and get connect with these entrepreneurs and, you know, really just help people through there. So that's what I ended up doing. Started a blog called StartupBros, obviously, which you all know and love. And it was just absolutely by accident. You know, we wrote this blog post about importing. And it's just ridiculous now. If you Google import from China, you know, we're not the first thing that comes up, but the first 4 links that come up. So not the first one, but the first 4. So it's just been absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, the first 5 links that come up now. That is just ridiculous. So so you can see, you know, I always say we kind of accidentally wrote the book on how to create and importing an e-commerce business, and literally just have millions and millions of people reading these articles. I think that #1 blog post on how to import from China has been read over 10 million times now. So just absolutely ridiculous how big it's gotten. And we kind of got forcefully launched back into the business of helping people with importing e-commerce. So since then, you know, our other company has really grown to a big place, and, you know, it doesn't require day-to-day involvement anymore. And ever since then, we've had a ton of fun just helping people launch these businesses. And you can see here's a picture. We took 30 clients to China for 30 days back in October, and we're actually going to do this again in this October. Take 30 clients for 30 days, and we just did a tour all over China, right? And we went to the Canton Fair, Hong Kong, all different factories, suppliers, stuff like that, and really just helped them build this business. And you can see here just how diverse this group of people is. All these people just making thousands and thousands of dollars a month on importing and e-commerce. So guys, I promise you, everybody's having success with this thing right now. It's all about using a proven system, which is the exact one I'm about to reveal to you. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's talk about first, why are importing and FBA so hot right now, right? These industries just blowing up right now. As you saw, Amazon 10 times bigger than it was in 2009, just crazy. So so let's talk about, you know, just what's changed in this industry. And it looks like my slide got a little screwed up. I'm sorry about that. So, you know, just in the past couple of years, we've seen just this explosion of fulfillment centers and FBA. And for anyone who doesn't know what FBA is, that's Fulfillment by Amazon. And basically a fulfillment center is a warehouse that'll act as your warehouse. So one of the toughest things with importing and e-commerce used to be, you know, inventory and having to get all this inventory in, ship it around the world. It was a big pain, right? Lots of fun to sell hundreds of products online, not as fun to sit around all day and ship those hundreds of products out. So Back in like 2009, 2010, we saw fulfillment centers and Amazon FBA just explode. And nowadays, you don't even have to touch your inventory to run a successful e-commerce business. It's really amazing. Technology has made this business selling physical products the most physical business of all. Technology has made this nearly a digital business. So it's just amazing. Don't even have to touch that inventory these days. Consumers now are really into trendy, unique, and personalized products. Again, we look at a show like Shark Tank. Shark Tank is just huge right now, right? And people love watching Shark Tank, buying products on Shark Tank because people love buying these trendy, unique, personalized products. Back a few years ago, everyone said, how do we do importing e-commerce? How do we compete with Walmart? And now we see Walmart just getting destroyed, right? They're shutting down stores. They're losing money left and right. So the reason Walmart's getting destroyed right now is because consumers no longer want to buy cheap, generic Chinese crap, right? They want to buy trendy, unique, personalized products that they can really identify with, that other people can't just, go out and find really easily. So this is a huge opportunity for you guys. All these little e-commerce entrepreneurs right now, people want to help them and people want to see them succeed. So huge opportunity for you there. Really simple to find suppliers and work out special deals now. Back in the day, it used to be a nightmare to get, custom packaging or a custom label or colors or something like that. That used to be really tough, and the minimum order quantities would just go through the roof when you did it. These days, it's really, really simple to find suppliers to work out special deals. It's really a different market now. Back in the day, buyers really had to compete for suppliers because there just weren't that many suppliers on the internet. And the ones that were, there just weren't many suppliers that spoke English either. So, back in the early 2000s, to find a good supplier, you had to fly to China and get a translator and start knocking on doors. Nowadays, it's completely different. Every supplier is on the internet. Every supplier is on Alibaba. And it's really created an atmosphere where suppliers are now competing for buyers. They're competing for your business. So they're coming to you with lower prices, easier access, easier customization, special deals. All these things are really easy to work out now because suppliers are really willing to work for you and see you as a bigger opportunity. Perhaps the biggest change of all is it's a lot easier to sell lots of stuff online, right? Amazon, like we've talked about, 1,000% bigger than it was in 2009, just 6 years, guys. Amazon is a business that you've all known Amazon for a long time, right? I know you guys are on the cutting edge. You guys know about Amazon, obviously. But you have to understand that the mainstream market is just now realizing how awesome Amazon and e-commerce are, right? The little grandma from Nebraska is just now trying out Amazon for the first time. So it's just now going mainstream. And yeah, it's just a lot easier to sell stuff online now. eBay, Etsy, all these companies are exploding right now. So guys, it's really never been easier to start this kind of business. It's a whole new world out there. So let's get into the actual method, and I'll show you guys how you can actually build one of these businesses for yourself and really take advantage of this gold rush opportunity. So keep in mind, guys, as we go through it, baby steps, right? Don't go too fast. The people that lose in this business tend to make really stupid mistakes, and to put it bluntly. So I'm going to show you guys how you can avoid all the simple mistakes that a lot of people make and really just get to the growth point, get to the goal as quickly as you can and grow this business for yourself. And on the flip side, overthinking is not a requirement. We see so many people that do all the research and they find great products and they find great suppliers and they're ready to go sell it. But then they just overthink it and they end up never doing anything. So guys, I'm going to give you every single piece of the puzzle today, and I'd really like to see you guys follow along and actually start your importing business here on the webinar. Like I said, really, really easy to go out there and start making money with this business tonight. So let's get into it. And I'm going to grab a quick drink of water real quick. Or actually, Red Bull. I'm sorry. As if we're not speaking quick enough already. So let's get into it, guys. 6 myths to get out of your head, and these are the things that when we start working with new clients, these are the things, the kind of obstacles and roadblocks that people put in place for themselves, really myths. So got to get these out of your head before you get into it. And if you see yourself having any of these thoughts, make sure you give yourself a good smacking and smack that thought out of your head. So there's way too much competition to get started, right? Everybody thinks this. It's not just about Amazon, e-commerce, people in every market I've ever been to always think, man, there's just way too much competition to get started. I'm way too late to the game. Guys, there's literally never been a point in history when this is less true. You have to understand just how big of an opportunity is happening right now. The entire multi-trillion-dollar retail market is moving online right now, and that's going to take 10, 15 years to really become apparent. But the e-commerce industry is just going to explode for the next 10, 15 years, and the retail industry is just going to die. So absolutely not true that there's not too much competition to get started. You know, if we look at the last December, so right around Christmas, last December, Amazon reported 20 million new Amazon Prime subscribers. So that's not 20 million new customers. That's 20 million people that bought a membership to be a regular customer for Amazon. So if Amazon added 20 million new customers in December alone, how many new sellers do you think there were? Definitely, you know, probably not more than 2,000. So if there were just in December 20 million new regular customers to 2,000 sellers, that should really make it apparent just how big of a supply and demand gap is being created right now. Guys, there is just so much demand for online goods in general. It's just ridiculous. So we see people literally just importing random crap and selling it a few days later. So guys, absolutely not true that there's too much competition to get started. There's literally never been a time in history when this was less true. Just not true at all. Let's see if I can get to the next slide here. So a lot of people think you need to get have a lot of money to get started. Not really sure why people think this. Again, you know, I had one person email me and actually call me a scammer because I suggested that you could get this business started for 200 bucks. Guys, it's really interesting. The more money you go into this business model with, the more dangerous it is. Again, like I said, counterintuitively, the quickest way to grow your business is to grow slow, right? You're going to do 5 to 10 units for that first order no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you start with, you know, $200 or $200,000. That first sample order is always going to be 5 to 10 units. So absolutely, you don't need a lot of money to get started. All you need is, you know, we have one client that started with $50 and within the first few months was making $100,000 a month. So I wouldn't recommend starting with $50. I recommend our clients start with anywhere from $150 to $250. I think that's going to give you a good amount of breathing room. But absolutely don't need a lot of money to get started. And in fact, it's really dangerous if you go into this with a big bankroll because again, 5 to 10 units is going to be your first sample order no matter what. So a lot of people think you have to handle all your own shipping and inventory, and this was definitely true in the past, but again, with fulfillment and all these fulfillment centers fulfilled by Amazon, it's actually kind of dumb to handle your own shipping and inventory now because you can use Amazon's warehouses as your own warehouses and take advantage of all of their, you know, little robots running around and all their bulk shipping rates and all that. So absolutely, you do not have to handle all your own shipping and inventory, and I would say it's even not really smart to do it anymore. Definitely use a fulfillment center. A lot of people think you must travel overseas to get the best deals. Again, back in the day, you used to literally have to fly to China to meet suppliers and find suppliers, but now they're all online and they do all of their business online. They all have English-speaking agents just sitting there waiting to do a deal with you. So absolutely, you do not have to travel overseas to get the best deals. A lot of people think you have to live in the U.S. to be successful with this business. Absolutely not true. It's really, really easy to expand this business pretty much anywhere. And yeah, it's really interesting. If you live outside the U.S., it actually adds a little extra degree of opportunity. We have one client from France who started selling in France and then expanded out to, you know, Italy, Spain, Germany, the UK, and, you know, now she's selling in 10 countries in Europe, and then she expands the business into Canada, US, wherever. So you have to understand it's really, really easy to run this business no matter where you're at in the world. We have clients in, you know, Panama, Guatemala, Colombia, successfully running these businesses and selling goods in the US. So really, really easy to set up a supply chain to get your goods into the US no matter where you're at in the world. It really doesn't matter. Importing an international business, a lot of people think they're very risky in general. And it's really interesting, you know, this is actually one of the least risky business models out there, right? You know, if you go out there and try to run, you know, Facebook ads or something, and you spend $100 on Facebook ads and everything goes wrong, you're out $100, right? Gone, $100 gone. But with importing, you're importing physical products, right? So even if everything goes wrong and the product's not too good, you still have those products, right? So you're never going to lose all of your money in this business. You're only going to discount it in the worst case scenario. So I don't know why people think this is such a risky business. This is one of the only business models where you're never going to take an absolute loss. So I think this isn't a risky business model at all. And as you guys will see today, if you know how to avoid the simple little mistakes a lot of people make, this is actually one of the safest business models out there. So guys, let's get into the actual 5 steps of importing success. Obviously, first thing we want to talk about is how to find that killer product. We'll show you, how to know what a good product is, how to use that product research workbook we talked about, so lots of fun stuff there. Then we'll talk about how to find a reliable supplier, how to negotiate with that supplier to get lower prices and lower MOQs, and then how to order product samples from that supplier, how to get it shipped, and how to make sure you're not getting scammed, all those fun things. And then how to actually sell your product, get out there and actually build this business, right? And got a little bonus for you guys on how to scale up quickly, grow this thing. Because when you guys are out there, trying to launch your business, much different mindset than trying to grow it, right? And once you find a good product, once you start selling it, you'll have to switch over into this rapid growth strategy. So we'll talk about when to make that transition and how you can make it. So step 1, finding a killer product. And I know a lot of people have a ton of trouble just finding good products, right? So let's talk about what makes a good product first. So good products, they're going to tend to be, and keep in mind, guys, we're not going to be able to go back and look at slides over again or anything. So definitely, get ready to take some notes and things like that. Got a giveaway question coming up here in a second. So here we go. Good products tend to be small, light, and simple to ship. Again, you want things that are really small, really cheap to ship, right? You don't want things like patio furniture sets and things like that. So small, light, simple to ship. You want things that are selling for $700 to $200. Now, we always say the startup sweet spot, which is something we made for our clients here. The startup sweet spot for the sell price is $10 to $50. So, if you're just starting out and you really want to make sure you're doing things right, aim for this startup sweet spot because the startup sweet spot is what's going to allow you to really hit that rapid growth curve right out of the gate. So make sure your product's selling for $10 to $50, somewhere in between that range. And the reason for that is, on the low end at $10, your shipping costs aren't going to destroy your profit margin, right? If I'm selling, I had a client email me the other day and said, hey, I got these sunglasses. I can buy them for, $1 a piece and sell them for $4.50 a piece. That's awesome, right? And I said, listen, I could send you 1 million pairs of these sunglasses for free, and every single time you sold one for $4.50 a piece, you would lose money, right? Because just shipping out a pair of sunglasses is going to cost, $4 or $5 alone. So, make sure your product's selling for at least $10 because then the cost of shipping isn't going to destroy your profit margin. And on the high end of that, $50, it's not going to require a huge amount of buying power to get started, right? To buy 10 units of a $50 product, that's pretty doable. But to buy 10 units of a $200 product, that becomes a pretty significant investment. So aim for your first product, especially if you're just starting out, $10 to $50 is that startup sweet spot. Now, you want to make sure you have a consistent stream of buyers, right? I always say, we don't want to do something like jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat buckets because those are only going to sell for, a few weeks in October before Halloween and then never again. So we want to make sure our product has a consistent stream of buyers, or avoid big heavy seasonality and things like that, or watch for those rushes of new buyers as well. When the iPhone 7 comes out, there's going to be millions and millions of people that need an iPhone 7 case, but after they get the case, they're not going to want it anymore. So make sure you watch out for those huge rushes of new buyers and carefully take advantage of those trends. And we're going to talk about sell-through ratio here in a second. Sell-through ratio is a metric we use to actually measure the saturation of a product. Because, guys, we're not afraid of competition, right? Competition just shows that there's a healthy market to go after. But what we're afraid of is saturation, right? Too much competition. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to measure the amount of competition and see if there's too much or too little competition. Obviously, good margins. Good margins are really the foundation piece of not only a good product, but your business in general, right? So you got to focus on having good margins right out of the gate. Minimum sales price, your minimum margin is going to be 2 times your cost. That's going to be 100% markup or a 50% margin. So that means, if I'm, let me get my spiffy little pen out here. Give me one moment. Get it red. So yeah, 2 times your cost. This is going to be your absolute minimum margin, right? So if I'm buying a product for $30, absolute minimum has got to be me selling it for 60 bucks, right? And that's going to be a 100% markup or a 50% margin. Now, the startup sweet spot for margin, this is very, very important, guys. These startup sweet spots, if you want to make sure your business grows quickly, and it's the kind of business where you're jumping out of bed in the morning, excited to work on it and grow it, you got to make sure you're hitting those startup sweet spots. So that's going to be your rapid growth curve, really important. Now, your startup sweet spot for margin is going to be a 67% margin, and that's going to be 3 times your cost. So if you're buying a product at 30 bucks, you're selling it at 90. And guys, this is where real business growth happens. A lot of people spend years and years of their life chasing products with 50% margin, only to discover that you can't build a business on 50% margin. So make sure you out of the gate, get that 3 times your cost, 67% margin, and that alone is going to put you at a huge advantage to most people trying to start these businesses. So pitfall number 1, obviously, is bad products, right? And bad products tend to be the opposite of good products, right? So heavy, bulky, hard to ship, furniture, patio furniture sets, dumbbells, kettlebells. Think about a kettlebell, guys. This is where the phantom margin effect comes into play. Kettlebell is super cheap to produce, right? So on paper, you're making a fortune. You're buying it at $5, you're selling it at 100. But when it comes time to actually ship that kettlebell around the world, that's very expensive, right? So stay away from heavy, bulky, hard to ship products. You want to stay away from technically complex products that require high quality, high precision engineering and things like that. Obviously, we don't want to be doing, car engines or something, because if one little piece of metal in that engine didn't get put on correctly, the whole engine explodes, right? And we're out a whole engine. So, technically complex products, high precision engineering, products that have a bunch of different moving parts, those are all things that we want to avoid because, again, we want products that have a high air tolerance. You want to avoid markets that have a ton of brand loyalty, right? So if your next big idea is to come out with a new type of toothpaste, that's going to be really tough, right? Because now you got to compete against Crest, Colgate, all these huge companies, right? So avoid those markets with a lot of brand loyalty because your cost per customer acquisition is going to tend to be higher in those. You want to obviously avoid trademarked goods and counterfeits and things like that. Really easy to tell those. We obviously want to avoid highly regulated goods as well. If your next big idea is to start importing, missile launchers or, pharmaceutical drugs or something, you're going to get shut down pretty quick and run into a lot of problems. So try to avoid those highly regulated markets as well. Now, here's a little free gift for you guys. If you go to startupbros.com/workbook, that's going to take you to our product research workbook. And this is a really awesome just Excel spreadsheet, just a spreadsheet you can use to really streamline the entire product research process. So guys, no email opt-in required or anything. This is a free gift from me to you for being here today. So thanks for that. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So guys, go ahead and download that, startupbros.com/workbook. And we're going to jump in there in just a few minutes and start doing some product research here. So actually, let me jump out here and download this thing with you. So yeah, if you just go to startupbros.com/workbook, that's going to just, no email opt-in required or anything, just open it right up for you. It's going to open up in Excel, and here's the workbook, guys. So let me show you, why I made this, first of all. So let me show you how my product research used to look, and please, tell me in the question box if this is pretty similar to your product research. I'll definitely check out the question box here in a second. So tell me if this is pretty similar to what you're doing for product research, because this is what I used to do, and it just drove me nuts. So here's what, I would go to Google, and I would go to the Amazon bestsellers list. And again, if you minimized or anything, just bring it up for a second and just let me know if this is your product research. Because guys, this was the source of my frustration for so long. And once I figured out what I was doing wrong here, it just made everything so much easier and so much more fun and exciting. So again, tell me if this is what your product research looks like. So I would go to the Amazon bestsellers list and I would, pick some random category. So maybe today I'm into health and personal care. And maybe I'd pick a subcategory like oral care, and then I would just start scrolling through Amazon and basically just randomly clicking things. So here's a baby banana toothbrush, and I'd say, oh, this is cool, but I wonder, since this is for babies though, I wonder if there's like FDA requirements or something, and what happens if there's like lead in it, because babies are gonna be putting it in their mouths, like what happens if a baby chokes on it or something. So maybe I shouldn't do that product. Maybe I'll go back and find a different product here. and I'm just scrolling through looking at products, just trying to find something to sell here. And ooh, here's some like toothbrush heads. These things are really expensive, but I wonder if like toothbrush heads are patented or anything. Like here's a Sonomart Premium. Obviously this isn't Sonicare, but so I wonder if I could just start doing toothbrush heads. But then again, like the FDA, I don't know what's going on with the toothbrush, because people are putting those in their mouths. Maybe I'll do a different category. Maybe I'll do electronics instead and start looking through there. So guys, this is literally what I used to do for product research. I would just aimlessly click around the internet pretty much, and I would just kind of window shop with no real goal or purpose or reason for looking at these products. And I would just, every single product I saw, I would go and play 20 questions with it, and then I would go to a new product and play 20 questions with that one. So guys, tell me in the question box if that's pretty similar to what your product research has looked like up until now. Yeah, and Whitney said exactly what I did. Elise said yes. Yeah, let's see. John the Great, I love it, said, yeah, I'm having that exact problem. Yogesh said, yes. Bryant, Ragnar, Juan, Miriam, Brian, David, Natalia, awesome. So tons of people having this issue. And I'm really glad to hear that, guys, because I think this is going to be really useful for you then, because this is exactly why I created the product research workbook I did, was because I used to literally, guys, I used to literally just click around the internet and look at products and play 20 questions. And of course you're getting frustrated. Of course you're going to get discouraged and depressed when you're just clicking through and trying to think of all the reasons, something might go wrong, all the reasons why you shouldn't import a product. So guys, the real key to this product research workbook that we created is to just help you to not play 20 questions, help you to not get distracted all the time, and it really helps you to just focus on what matters and find the best possible products. So this is why we created the workbook, guys, was to eliminate that overwhelm, stop playing 20 questions with every single product we see, and really just find good products, right? Because that's the goal. So this is the workbook, guys. The first thing I would do, what we're going to be doing today is working with round one rough estimates. The very first thing I do, and I still do this when I'm doing this for myself and everything, first thing I would do is I would select everything after the round one results, and I would right click it and I would click hide. And completely serious, guys, that's just going to save you a ton of time. And after I go over the results column, if this wasn't a live webinar, I would actually hide these as well. Because guys, the whole purpose of this spreadsheet, and here's the big secret that nobody will tell you about product research, guys, there's no way to know what products are hot or not. There's no way. Nobody knows, right? So the only thing you can do is compare a lot of different products against each other and figure out which ones are the best opportunities relative to all the other products out there, right? So all this spreadsheet helps you do is relate a bunch of different products against each other, and using that same measuring stick, see which ones are actually worth playing 20 questions about, if that makes sense. So we're still going to play 20 questions, but only on the products that are really worth it and really worth our time. So again, this whole spreadsheet, it all operates, just getting the relative values, just figuring out which one is best relative to all the other ones. So that's the product research workbook. We're going to jump in and actually do some live research here. So first thing I want to talk about before we do that is don't look for concrete numbers, right? When we're going through the spreadsheet, a lot of people, try to think that all these results and everything are concrete estimates. These are not concrete estimates at all. And again, all this is for is to measure all these products with the same measuring stick and see which ones are worth our time to think about. So we're not looking for concrete numbers. We're just trying to compare a lot of different products. 25 to 50 products on the spreadsheet minimum. I would really encourage you to try to get 100 on there. The more products you have on here, the more awesome killer products you're going to have in the end, right? Because it's just a game of numbers, guys. If we get 25 or 50 products on the spreadsheet, then chances are we're going to have 2 or 3 awesome products in there, right? So that's how this spreadsheet works, is let's test out a bunch of different products, get the data for them, and this spreadsheet's going to help us to know which ones are actually worth our time. And the real formula here that you're looking for at the end of the day, and don't lose sight of this, is good margins plus no red flags plus a great sell-to ratio, which we'll talk about in a second. And so yeah, guys, let's get into it. Here's how I brainstorm and browse really quick. Today, I'm going to get my product research ideas from you in the question box. So if you have any ideas, product ideas that you'd like me to research live today, go ahead and throw them in the question box. But brainstorming and browsing, if I didn't have you in the question box here, first place I would look is Amazon bestsellers list, right? Always the best. eBay, I think they actually did away with their bestsellers list, so I got to take that out of here. Lots of different trend watching sites out there. You get trendhunter.com, trend watching, Springwise. All these are really good just to get your ideas flowing. Reddit, there's a lot of good subreddits out there. If you just Google Reddit buy it for life and Reddit shut up and take my money, two really good sites. And actually shutupandtakemymoney.com is a good site too. Just kind of an e-commerce curator. They just put cool products up there, and it'll really help you to figure out what's trendy right now in the market. Lots of different specialty sites out there now too. You know, you got Pinterest. Pinterest has essentially become the wish list of people's lives. So tons of people rocking Pinterest. Great way to get ideas. You also got Kickstarter out there. So Kickstarter, literally a way you can, you know, people out there validating new product ideas, and you can see down to the dollar how validated those ideas are. So lots of good ideas there. But really the goal is just get your idea, get your mind on what people are buying, and do the product research. So guys, let's go ahead and do it. And I see we already have a bunch of recommendations in the question box here. So I'm going to start putting some some products in here, and then we're going to go through and do some research. I'll explain to you exactly how to use this spreadsheet in just a moment. So William Dean said Egyptian cotton bed sheet sets. That's probably a good one, William, but I'm gonna skip it today just because I've done sheets before and I have a bad relationship with them. Justin said a CrossFit speed jump rope. That's awesome. And Justin has just brought up an awesome point too. You know, you really have to get specific in this. So many people are coming over from the SEO industry, and they have this keyword mentality, right? Where people are just looking for exercise products or for toys or, you know, water bottles. Guys, if we're selling water bottles, we need to research not the general water bottle market, but that specific water bottle, right? So we want to get really specific with our keywords, with our product ideas, because, you know, if we're just looking for water bottles, you know, what's that? You know, there's a billion water bottles out there. So we really have to get as specific as we can and really get down and analyze specific products, not niches, right? So yeah, let's get into it here. Brian, and there's a ton of ideas, guys. We are at just a packed house today, so I'm not going to be able to do a ton of them. Mohammed said Moroccan argan oil. That's a good product. I already sell that, so that's a great one. Patrick, a lot of electronics coming down too, guys. I'm going to skip the electronics for today and just do some non-electronics. We got Darren here said disc golf discs. That's a good one, so let's check that one. Disc golf discs or set or something like that. So we'll go into disc golf and see if we can find a good product in there. Let's see what else we have here. Nabil, jumping rope. We already got jump rope on here. Arez said a vegetable spiral slicer. So definitely that's a huge one right now. So we'll go into that one as well. Spiral something. Spiral. We'll fix that later. And let's see if we can get one more here. I don't know if we'll have time to do it, but let's see if we can get one more here. Julian said poker chips. I've looked at poker chips before. They're actually a bit too heavy. So there's that one. Yeah, that's a great idea too. Someone said a hand crank charger. Awesome. Okay, so guys, here is a few different ideas. And guys, it's really important, you know, just speed through this product research. The whole reason this spreadsheet exists is speed, right? So get in there, just get the data in the spreadsheet, and don't start asking yourself 20 questions. Don't start asking yourself 20 questions until the end, right? So let's just get the data in the spreadsheet now. Again, the only three places, if you go to row 2 here, it'll show you where the data comes from. The only three places you need here are Alibaba, Amazon, and Terapeak. Now, Alibaba and Amazon obviously free. Terapeak is not free, but if you guys, and please keep this quiet because we're only supposed to give this out to our clients, and they definitely won't like us for this. But if you go to startupbros.com/Terapeak, you can get a free professional trial. They actually don't offer the professional trials anymore. They just offer it to our clients. So if you go, see, you need the professional trial. So if you just go to startupbros.com/Terapeak, that's going to let you get a 7-day free trial of Terapeak professional version. And guys, please don't tell Terapeak I told you this, but you really don't need Terapeak for longer than the 7-day free trial. So on some Friday, if you're going to do your product research over the weekend, on Friday, do the 7-day free trial and then cancel it on Sunday or Monday, right? So you really don't have to pay for Terapeak. You can make this free, but obviously that free trial, just watch out for it. So Let's log in here to Terapeak, and let's start doing some product research here, guys. So the first thing I do is jump back and forth between Amazon and Alibaba. So first thing we're going to do is jump into the Amazon. Amazon, obviously, we have some ideas here. So CrossFit jump rope is the first thing we're going to look up. And first place I always go is Amazon, and then I go to Alibaba, and let's put CrossFit jump rope in. And really what we're trying to do here, guys, is find an exact match. That's really prime. So, if we can find a really similar or the exact same manufacturer on Alibaba, that just makes our lives a lot easier, right? So going through, a lot of times you're going to be able to find the exact same pictures. Literally, sometimes people on Amazon don't even take pictures of their products. They just use the pictures from Alibaba. So you're going to see that pretty often, but it looks like pretty much all these products are the same, right? They're really similar. And I'm just going to go through and try to find the closest match I can. So let's go through here and see if we can find an exact match here. Here's some type of stylized one with some handles. So let's see if we can find that one with the handles here. And doesn't look like we can find that one. If I had more time, obviously, if we weren't live, we could really go through here and find pretty much any product you want, guys. But it is important to get a specific product, right? So here's this product right here. You can see it's this metal speed jump rope. It has these metal sticks right here. And if we go over to Alibaba, we can see that exact same product. I just saw it. I know it's here, right here. So this product right here on Alibaba, literally the exact same, right? We can zoom in on it. We can see it's literally the exact same little baton, little metal, has like the same thing. So exact same supplier here. So we would literally be able to just contact this supplier and within a few hours have these things shipped to our warehouse or our house or whatever, right? So let's try out this one. First thing, obviously, and it's all about speed. So let's start going through here. This product sells for $549 to $999 on Alibaba. That's a pretty wide range, and sometimes you're going to be able to find, try to find the smallest range you can here. Let me see if I can find just a metal one. Let's see our speed jump rope metal. So here's a few other ones. So we can base it on that one if we can't find a better one here. And yeah, can't really find a better one. So obviously that's the one we'll base it on. Looks like these things $549 to $999 or $990. So obviously the first order is always going to be at the high end of that, and I always put the first order in here. And then the MOQ is always going to be, I always put this divided by 2. And it's really important, this is a really low minimum order of only 100 here. So, if you really wanted to order a little bit more here, if you did 250 units, I bet we could get this price down to like $8 or something. So let's do it based on that. And then we're going to jump over to Amazon. These are selling obviously for $29.95 on Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in the Amazon sales price, $29.95. And you see all the rest of this data here is pulled from Terapeak. So let's jump over to Terapeak and see how to use that. When you guys get in your Terapeak account, the only thing I use in Terapeak, and honestly, I don't use any other piece of Terapeak. I go to in-depth research here on the bottom and then go to eBay product research. Now, we're going to research eBay here because it just gives us a really reliable view of the data. Terapeak is the only company that has access to eBay sales data. So this is really, really valuable tool for us. Make sure you're on the 90-day range. All you're doing is putting in the keywords here and metal jump rope. And then make sure you're doing your end price filter too. This end price filter is always going to be pretty important for you. And I think I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe not. So make sure you also use this end price filter, because guys, if we if we have an end price, the end price filter basically allows us to really get down to the right quality, right? Because if we're selling a piece of jewelry or something, it's really tough to differentiate between a $10 piece of jewelry and a $1,000 piece of jewelry, right? So the end price filter can be really useful in making sure that you're getting the right products in your data. So this product sells for $29.95 on Amazon. We can assume that it's going to sell anywhere from 22 to 37, and anything outside of that range is probably not going to be the same product or the same quality, right? So let's go ahead and search that, and eBay is going to give us basically a bunch of sales data for this product. And what Terapeak does is basically go through all the historical eBay data and crunch the numbers for you and give you some really cool data. So here's what we need from here. The average price plus the average shipping is going to be your eBay sell price, right? That's going to be how much you get per eBay sale. So $29.70 plus $7.86 is $37.56. And our sales volume on this is going to be 3148.12. And again, the sales volume is right here under general stats. That's going to show you, the general sales volume for that product over the last 90 days. And then the sell-through ratio is right here. Guys, what the sell-through ratio is basically showing you is, out of every 100 products, out of every 100 of this product, how many actually sell, right? So a 55% sell-through ratio is pretty awesome. That means 55, over half of the products that are listed on eBay, over half of the CrossFit jump ropes actually sell. So it's a real hot product, and the sell-through ratio basically lets us measure supply and demand for the product, right? And it's going to allow us to see if there's too much or too little competition. Anything below a 30% sell-through ratio means that a product is getting too saturated, right? So yeah, this is your sell-through ratio, 55% for that product, so that's a really good one. Now guys, we've done the product research for this one. The really important thing here is to not get distracted at this point and just go on and do the next product, right? Because it's all about speed. So let's see the disc golf. Let's see if we can find a good disc golf product. So going into disc golf, here's a bunch of disc golf sets. And obviously we can't sell, trademark goods and things like that. So this Innova brand, obviously you couldn't just sell it as Innova, but I'm sure there's tons of companies out there selling these, right? So let's go in here, and you can even, another really good thing, guys, and this is something we usually only tell our clients, if you look at the sponsored products down here, every single product that's being listed in the sponsored product section, these people all have that 67% margin and that startup sweet spot for the sale price. So all of these products, if you want a really good shortcut to just find good products right off the bat, just look at what's being advertised, because these people, the only way you have money to advertise your product is if you have that 67% margin and if the product's actually selling. So this is a really good place to find these as well. But yeah, so let's go through and see if we can find a disc golf product here. So look at the disc golf market. And that is not what we're looking for. Disc golf, we'll try like a disc golf set. So, okay, cool. So now we're starting to find some stuff. I have like these disc golf like containers and stuff. Here's like a beginner set. And so yeah, we want to find obviously something we could really just sell right off the bat, right? Here's like some type of disc golf set that's pretty interesting. And I thought I saw a pretty similar product right here. Oh, clicked the wrong thing there, obviously. So if we go right here, oh, I don't know why it's asking me to log in here. That's interesting. So yeah, if we see this product right here, guys, this little bag, we can see this thing's being sold right here on Amazon. So let's go ahead and try this product out. This is the disc golf bag, selling for $18.54 on Amazon. So now we're looking at the disc golf bag, right? The bag set. This thing is going for $18.54 on Amazon. On Alibaba, we can buy this thing for 1 to 10. That's not a real good range there. So let's see if we can find disc golf bag. If we can find a different comparable one. Doesn't look like there's many out there. Here's one that's 5 to 8. So that's probably a better idea for us. So 5 to 8 for 200 pieces. So let's go ahead and throw that in here. 300 pieces. And we'll jump over to Terapeak here, and we're looking for the disc golf bag set, I think. No, just disc golf bag. And the product's selling for $18.50 on Amazon. So we're looking at anywhere from 15 to 24 maybe. It's probably the same product.
I see a lot of good questions coming out, so I'll try to answer a few while we're waiting for things to load here. John asked, what's considered low, medium, high sell volume? You really want a sales volume that's at least 1,000 over the 90 days. Anything below there, you really can't do anything interesting with. So yeah, I would really try to make sure that it's at least 1,000 over the 90-day. But you really want it to be even higher than that. So let's go ahead and throw this in 4578 on the sales volume. The sell price on this is going to be, it looks like 1762 plus 405 is 2167. And the sell-through ratio on this is going to be 74 almost 75%. That is a crazy sell-through ratio, so that's great to see. So there's that one. And let's try to do a few more products here. We'll do the vegetable spiralizer. We'll try that one. And this is just such a popular product right now. So it's good. You know, it's about time we went through and tried, and let's see if it is still profitable. So let's look at the vegetable spiralizer. Very popular product right now. So a few different types. And usually, guys, when I'm doing my product research, I just leave it on the Amazon search page, and then I'll go over to Alibaba and try to find that exact match we talked about, right? You always want that exact match. So let's look at vegetable spiralizer. And you know, this one's going for $371 for 100 pieces, $257 on this one. So that looks like that looks like these. Really similar, actually. This one looks exactly the same as these. So let's go ahead and base our data on that. It looks like this one, and you know, all these have like little bonuses and stuff, so we have to make sure we're really looking at the right one here. So yeah, it looks like these go for about $257 a piece, and this is the just that version. So $257 a piece on these for, what was it? For just 100 pieces. And again, guys, I'm going to show you some really cool negotiation hacks that will really help you to get that MOQ cut in half. So you can even put 50 there, and that's probably going to be closer to what your MOQ actually is. And then over here on Amazon, we can see it's selling for $13.98. And then obviously we want to jump over to Terapeak here. Look at the vegetable spiralizer. And again, as you saw back here, you know, there's all these different type of spiralizers, right? These are spiralizers too. So how do we make sure that Terapeak is only getting the data we want? That end price filter, right? This product sells for $14 on Amazon. So, you know, we want to make sure we're cutting out the $33 spiralizer, the $29 spiralizer, because that's really going to hurt our data, right? So this product, again, selling for $14 on Amazon, we can assume that it's going to sell anywhere from, you know, $9 to $19. Anything outside of there, maybe even a little lower at $18. Anything outside of there, probably not the same product. So let's go ahead and look and see what this product will do for us. Looks like our average price on this is going to be $14.73 plus $6.44, so $21.17 is our eBay sell price, and our sales volume here is 11.075, so that's great. And our sell-through ratio on this is 43%, so that's pretty good as well. Honestly, that's pretty solid. So I think we have just enough time to do this last product. I'm just going to run through it here. And let's look at the hand crank charger as quick as we can here. Because, guys, this is how quick you should be doing your product research. You know, this should be the whole point of this spreadsheet, is to make this a quick project. So let's look at the hand crank charger here. Again, trying to find an exact match here. If we can find the exact same product, then we can really look at this and get an accurate view of it. It looks like this product is the exact same as this product right here. If we look at this hand crank charger right here, pretty much the exact same as this one. So don't see any difference there. So let's go ahead and $1.05 here for 250 units. $1.05 for 250 units. Let's jump over to Amazon. See the sell price here is $9.99. And again, you see just how fast you can get at this once you really get the hang of it. And then we're going to jump over to Terapeak. Look at the hand crank charger. And again, watch that end price filter. This thing's selling for $10 on Amazon. So let's, you know, we can assume that this thing's going to sell anywhere from probably $6.50 to, you know, $13.50, maybe, anything around there. So go ahead and use that. That's going to get all these, you know, really high-end chargers out of there, right? Because there's these $40 hand crank chargers, all these crazy ones. So we want to really make sure that we're looking at the right ones. And I spelled that wrong. And we're not going to do this because we're live today, but if you are ever worried that and you really want to make sure you're getting the right data for your search, I'll show you here in just a second. And I'm doing something wrong here. Okay, here it goes. So here we go. Yeah, and if you were really worried about it, usually for some reason it's not showing up right now. Let me refresh here. There's different views that you can select on Terapeak, and you can select the listing view, and it'll actually go through and show you just, you know, what listings it's actually polling for this data. And through there, you can really go through and make sure you're getting the correct listings. Right here, you can see, if you look at my screen, listings for the item you are researching under views, and you can actually look at the listings it's polling. So obviously, I'm not going to do that live today. Holy cow, this is a product of products here. So looks like $9.49 plus $3.94 is $13.43 on the sell price. $13.43. Our total sales here is $3,784. It's pretty solid, not great, but pretty solid. Sell-through ratio on this is through the roof, 83% sell-through ratio. So that's just outrageous. That literally means that, you know, over 8 out of every 10 of these products that go live actually sells. 4 out of 5 of these hand crank chargers that goes on eBay actually sells for this price. That's absolutely outrageous. So definitely found a good product there. But guys, that's the product research, and it really is that easy. After this, you're going to go through and, I mean, let's look at these products we found. What we always tell for our clients is, you know, look for products above an 85% profit margin. If your product has an 85% profit margin at this stage, round one, then it has a really good shot of being a good product. So looking through these products, obviously the CrossFit jump rope and the disc golf bag set just didn't make the profit margin, just didn't make it. You just can't build a profitable business with those products right off the gate, you know, not if you're just starting out. Now, the vegetable spiralizer and the hand crank charger, on the other hand, both have above an 85% profit margin. The next most important thing outside of profit margin is the profit per unit, right? If it's going to cost $5-6 to ship out your item, you really want to make sure your profit per unit is at least above that, right? So your profit per unit, both of these are above a $10 profit per unit, which is what we really recommend for our clients. So I think both these products are still good to go, still good to look at. Now, getting more deeply into here, obviously this product is just going to, both these products really easy to get started with, right? To buy 250 units of this for $1, really not too crazy, right? To buy 50 units of this at $2.50 a piece, not too crazy. Both these sell-through ratios are really solid. Both the sales volumes are pretty solid. I think both of these products are just slam dunks. I think both of these are worth exploring, worth looking at. And yeah, so that's product research, guys. And obviously, if we had a little bit more time today, I could show you how to do round 2 and everything and really dig down. But yeah, that's how you do it. And again, the goal is just go through, get 50 to 100 products on the spreadsheet, and then it's going to be so easy to know which ones have the most opportunity. So guys, it's just that easy. Pitfall number 2 here is, you know, trying to find a shortcut. There's no shortcut around product research. It's a little frustrating, but once you figure it out, you're going to be an all-star and you're never going to have to figure it out again. So keep that in mind. There's no shortcut. Worldwide Brands, DOBA, I don't want to call them, you know, scams or anything, but they're really close. I've never seen anyone have success with these. Got to do your own product research. So let's talk about how to find reliable suppliers now that you guys know how to find those killer products. The process for finding suppliers is really, really easy. A lot of people think just make this way too complicated, and it's so easy, guys. All you do to find suppliers, start searching for suppliers, find a few good ones, make that initial contact with them, you know, say, hey, we have a company here, we're interested in selling this, adding this to our product line. We saw you sell it. So, you know, let's talk, and I just wanted to make the initial relationship and see if we could do business together. And they're going to send you back, you know, catalogs, prices, things like that. And you pretty much just make a selection based off of those and pull the trigger. It's really, really easy, guys. So 2 places to find suppliers. If you're looking for international suppliers and pretty much any supplier outside of the US, you're going to go to Alibaba. Alibaba is really the supplier directory of the world, so awesome place to go there, obviously. If you're looking to do made in United States, you know, if you want a USA-based manufacturer, I would actually use Google. Just go Google. For instance, our company does a lot of cosmetology beauty products. So, we would just look for, someone asked about Moroccan oil, Moroccan argan oil private label manufacturer, and it's going to come up with a ton of different US-based manufacturers for that product. So 2 places, and it's really, really easy to find those suppliers. Now, guys, let's go over some negotiation hacks here. First thing you want to do is always use a separate email address for Alibaba and supplier communications. The only reason for this is whatever email address you give to your supplier is going to get spammed to hell. So make sure that you guys are using a separate email address. And don't overthink this. Mine's just mitchellimporting@gmail.com. Really simple. So just use a separate email to communicate with them. Guys, this is really, really valuable. And if you take one thing away from this presentation, this is probably the most valuable piece right here. Never be the boss. You always want to act like a secretary, a director of business development, an assistant. You never want to be the boss. You never want to be the final decision maker. And the reason for that is when you're speaking to your supplier, especially if you're just starting out, you want to make sure that you're not the boss, because big companies, you're not going to be speaking to the boss right off the bat, right? And in Chinese culture, they really respect that. So make sure you're acting like your secretary or something like that. Say, hey, because guys, imagine if you're doing negotiations or your supplier comes back to you and says, hey, I got to raise my prices by 10%. If he thinks that you're the final decision maker, you have to deal with that problem right there and then, right? But if your supplier thinks you're the assistant, you get to say, oh man, you're raising your prices by 10%. My boss isn't going to like that, but he's out of town for the month, so I'll tell him when he gets back and he'll get back to you. And you literally just bought yourself a month to deal with that problem. So you don't want to be the final decision maker. You always want to be able to say, okay, let me go ask my boss. And that's going to help you a ton when you're first starting out, especially because, if you're the boss, you're expected to know everything, right? But if you're an assistant, you can make some mistakes. You can say some dumb things, essentially, and they're just going to say, oh, okay, that's okay. So remember, guys, never be the boss. Always introduce yourself to your supplier as a secretary, as an assistant. And literally, guys, this takes less than a second, right? This takes no effort at all. It's just introducing yourself as a separate person, and it's going to buy you just so much breathing room in the future, so much flexibility. So really valuable. Always respect Chinese culture and customs. Guys, it's really, really easy to be successful in the Chinese business culture. Just be over the top, polite, calm, cool-headed. Really, really easy. Just be friendly, right? And just build a relationship with your supplier, and you're going to have a good time with it. Obviously, pitfall number 3, crappy negotiation skills. We see a lot of people that work out, they find a great product, they find a great supplier, and their negotiation skills are just so bad, and they make so many mistakes that their supplier ends up ignoring them. So I don't know if this has happened to you, but if you've ever reached out to a supplier and then all of a sudden the supplier starts ignoring you, I promise they didn't go out of business, right? They just started ignoring you. So if you've ever had a supplier ignore you, make sure you pay attention to this negotiation framework because this alone will take you so far. So don't be pushy, direct, arrogant, or informal. Obviously, this American style of business, this customer is always right thing, it really doesn't work with the Chinese business culture. So don't be pushy, direct, arrogant, informal. Again, if they don't like you, they're just going to start ignoring you, or even worse, they're going to rip you off. So it doesn't take much to be a successful negotiator in these Asian markets, right? You just have to be over the top, calm, cool-headed, and professional, really. Definitely respect their cultural customs and, try to build a relationship with them. Relationships are just so big in Chinese business culture. You don't want to ask questions that signal you don't know what you're doing, right? And this is tough to do when you're first starting out. And again, if you introduce yourself as the assistant, as the secretary, a lot easier to make ask a few dumb questions and get away with it. So, but you really want to be careful not to ask questions that signal you don't know what you're doing or this is the first time you're doing it. You want to make yourself seem like a big company as much as you can. Don't annoy them and spam them with questions. We see all the time lots of people will just start spamming the supplier like, where's my shipping number? What's my tracking number? And when's it going to be here? And, how do I do this? And how do I build a website? Guys, every single question you ask your supplier is going to drive the cost of your goods up, right? So don't annoy them. Don't spam them with questions. That's what we're here for. Find a group of entrepreneurs, find a Facebook group or something that you can go find the advice you need when you need it. You don't want to annoy your supplier and spam them with questions because that's not going to be any good. So let's do a quick giveaway question here, little reward for those of you who have been paying attention here. And let's go ahead. I got to jump over to Facebook real quick and make sure that you guys have, let's see how many shares you guys are up to. And it looks like you guys are up to 70 shares here. 70 shares. So again, guys, if we get up to 200 shares on this post here on today's webinar, we're going to give away 2 free Apple Watches. So you guys are 30 shares away from getting your first free Apple Watch. And yeah, so almost to an Apple Watch, guys. But you guys have won the gift cards, so let's get into that. Here's the giveaway question, guys. And again, we have 4 $100 Amazon gift cards to give away. So whoever the first 4 people to answer this question correctly are going to win $100 right here, right now. So guys, here's the giveaway question. Get ready to type your answer into the question box. I'll give you guys a second to get your mouse in there and everything. So again, here is our giveaway question. First 4 people to get this correct win a $100 gift card. Here we go. If you bought your product at $30, what is your target sell price? So that's that startup sweet spot for margin, guys. Keep that in mind. If you buy your product at $30, what should your target sell price be? Awesome. So let me jump over to the question box here. Holy cow, we just have a packed house here today. It is going to take me a second to scroll up here. That is just amazing. All right, guys, so we definitely have our winners already. Here we are, guys, the winners of the $100 gift card. And the question again, if you bought your product for $30, what should your target sell price be? The answer to that, guys, again, keep in mind the startup sweet spot for margin, right? If you're buying a product at 30 bucks, we want at least a 67% margin. To get a 67% profit margin, we need to do times 3 our cost, right? A 200% markup. So again, $30 times 3 is our target sell price of 90. So 90 is the answer there, guys. And here's our winners of the $100 Amazon gift card. We got AJ Floro, David Yevegas, just A, and Daniel Kilders. Awesome. So AJ Floro, David Yevegas, A, and David Kilders. Congratulations, guys. You guys have all just won yourself a $100 Amazon gift card, and you guys should receive those gift cards before the webinar ends today, within the next few minutes here. So congratulations on that. And guys, we still have 2 free Apple Watches to give away. 2 free Apple Watches to give away. So absolutely, guys, make sure that you're paying attention. Make sure you jump over and share this Facebook post too. Guys, we are just, let's see. We are at 77 shares here, 23 more shares, and we'll be giving away the Apple Watch here today as well. And if that gets up to 200 shares, you'll be given 2 free Apple Watches, which is just pretty crazy. So guys, let's get into it. How to negotiate lower prices and MOQs. Obviously, you guys know how to find killer products, how to really streamline that whole process, and how to find good suppliers and how to really talk to them. So let's talk about negotiating with them. Tons of people always have a lot of trouble getting lower prices and lower MOQs. For anyone who doesn't know what an MOQ is, that's minimum order quantity. And guys, it's really easy to get your prices and your MOQs lowered. Most people have a lot of trouble with it just because they don't have the confidence to do it. And this is the one piece of advice that we give to our clients to get those lower prices, those lower MOQs. And this one piece of advice, guys, has over a 90% success rate for our clients. So I'm very confident that this is going to work for you. And it's just this easy, guys. One word, this is how you get lower prices, lower MOQs in your negotiations. You just bluff. Honestly, guys, you bluff the hell out of them. And that's really the way to do it. The tactic, the exact line that we give to our clients is, you go to your supplier. So maybe you do 5 to 10 units, your sample order from your supplier, and their MOQ is 500, right? So they want you to go straight to 500, but you want 150. So what you would do in that circumstance, you would go to your supplier as the assistant, as the secretary, and you say, hey, listen, my boss said that we need to get 3 samples to each of our locations all across the country. All right, we have 50 mall kiosk locations. We have 50 physical product locations all around the country, and we need to get 3 product samples to each of those 50 locations. That's just the way our company works. I'm sorry if our sample order is too big for you, but we're just a big buyer. So, let me know if you can get this done, because we got to get this done quick. And honestly, guys, 90% success rate. Most of the time you're going to get lower prices and especially lower MOQs if you use that line. So just that easy, guys. Really, really simple. Pitfall number 4 is obviously pushing too hard. excuse me, shipping from China on that first sample order is going to be anywhere from 30 to 120. These days it's getting closer to 150, 200 bucks. So shipping from China to the US is going to be 30 to 120, say anywhere up to 200 bucks. And big buyers and people have been doing this for a long time. They just understand that that's what samples cost, and they just don't question it. They don't try and negotiate on it. You really have to know where to push and where not to. We see so many people that go in, they get really good sample orders, really good products, really good suppliers, and then they see that their sample order is going to cost 150 bucks, and they go and try to start negotiating the price down on that. Guys, that is like the #1 red flag for suppliers. If you start trying to negotiate down a sample order, that's like the #1 red flag that you've never done this before. So you got to know where to push, where not to push. Don't try to negotiate down your sample cost. If you need help with this, you got to have friends, right? You got to have a network of entrepreneurs who are doing this alongside you and can actually help you with that. So obviously you have, me, Kyle here at StartupBros. Go ahead and email us if you need help, but it's really important to get some friends that are doing this alongside you to know where to push, where not to push, and to get this kind of advice when you need it. So back to our 5 steps here. How to order your product samples. Obviously, we know how to find those products, find suppliers, negotiate them down. Let's talk about how to actually order these things. And guys, this is a really different concept here I really want to talk about for a second with you, is something that StartupBros does that's just completely different from a lot of this internet marketing industry that's grown up around e-commerce and importing. One of the things that we've done is, we take a lot of real business strategies, real startup strategies, and apply them to importing e-commerce. So one of these really cool startup strategies that's come about is called the Lean Startup Methodology. And the Lean Startup Methodology is basically a way for you to know which businesses are going to be the most successful with the least amount of time, least amount of risk, right? So we've created something here at StartupBros called the sample selling process. And the sample selling process is essentially the Lean Startup Methodology adapted and applied for building an e-commerce and importing business. So guys, this concept here I'm going to tell you about, the sample selling process, is just so important. This is basically the entire Lean Startup Methodology, this really exotic, sexy new startup strategy built for importing e-commerce. And we're the first people that have done this, so this is kind of cutting edge, I guess. But guys, you got to buy samples to validate your product. Too many people just try to go straight for 100 units, 1,000 units, and these are the horror stories that you hear all the time. These are the people that are losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Guys, it's so easy to not lose money doing this. It's so easy. This is the least risky business model out there, but you got to know what you're doing, and the sample selling process is obviously part of that. So guys, always, always, always buy samples. Most people will tell you to buy 2 samples. We actually recommend our clients buy 5 to 10 samples. And the reason for that is it usually isn't going to cost you any extra to get those extra 5 to 10 samples. And you're going to start making money right off the bat. If you buy 2 samples, you're going to sell 1 and probably lose money. But if you buy 5 to 10, you can actually start making money and be profitable right off the bat. So that's a lot more fun for you, and almost not, no more risky at all. So 5 to 10 samples, great place to start. Always sell those samples to real customers. Really, really important to do this, guys. Again, it's the only way to truly test your product, and it's the only way to get a true sell price and the true customer feedback from your product, right? We've gone through and done all these spreadsheet analysis and stuff like that, but the only way to know how it's going to work out there in the wild is to go buy some samples and sell those samples to real customers. Keep in mind that you're never going to get rich selling samples, right? It's just 5 to 10 units to see if the product is worth and see if the product is good enough to build a business on. So this is going to allow you, again, counterintuitively, the quickest way to grow this business is to grow slow, and this is part of it. So keep that in mind. You're also testing the supplier in this, right? Your first time using a supplier is a lot like your first date, right? You're kind of the best version of yourself. You're on your best behavior. So that's a lot like dealing with the supplier for the first time. So make sure you have fun dealing with that supplier, because it's probably going to be one of your best experiences with them. Now let's talk about receiving your imported products. 2 terms you're going to see everywhere, guys: FOB and CIF. FOB means free on board, and basically what it means for you guys, and it can be complicated, right? You can Google yourself into a hole with importing e-commerce, and it's really important not to do that. I promise you, everything I'm showing you here today is all you need. So make sure you're not Googling yourself into that abyss, right? But free on board basically means that the buyer is going to pay for shipping and liability insurance. So most of the pricing you see on Alibaba is going to be FOB. And basically what that means is here's the cost of the product without shipping or insurance or anything like that. So it's just the cost of the goods. And in layman's terms, it means that you, the buyer, are going to set up shipping and liability insurance for that order. In practice, that would mean you going out and getting a freight forwarder and calling DHL or UPS or something and having them do it for you. It's really, really simple. CIF is kind of the opposite of FOB. It's cost, insurance, freight. And that is basically the seller shipping and insuring the goods for you. So it's literally, you go and buy something from your supplier and they ship it to your door and they cover the whole, they do the whole thing. So that's basically the two things you need to know for shipping. Again, don't overthink shipping. A lot of people think this is just so difficult. Guys, if you've ever shipped out a package with UPS, FedEx at, your mailbox, I promise you can do this. It's really, really simple. And there's a multi-billion-dollar industry of shipping companies just sitting there waiting to make this simple for you. Really, really simple. So, and I would really encourage you, this is what we tell our clients, is use CIF when you're first starting out, right? Have your supplier ship it for you when you're first starting out. That's going to allow you not only to not worry about that, right? Not worry about all the complexities of shipping and stuff like that when you're just starting out, but it's also going to allow you to piggyback on your supplier's bulk shipping discounts, because I promise they get some crazy shipping discounts. So yeah, ask your supplier to do your shipping CIF when you're first starting out. Now, pitfall number 4 is not using trusted sources, right? Quality control is going to be a huge must for you once order sizes start ramping up. Right when you get around the 3rd or 4th order, well, for our clients, it's about the 3rd or 4th order. For you, it's going to be whenever you get to about the $5,000, $10,000 order level, that's when you're going to want to start using quality control for each and every order. And the quality control company that we recommend for our clients is called V-Trust. If you just go to v-trust.com, great company there. Lots of good ones out there, though. Asia Inspect is another good one. Got to use customs and insurance brokers. All the time I get emails from people that are trying to do their own customs. Guys, you should not be filling out your own customs forms. Go get a customs broker, go get a freight forwarder, and they're going to take care of that all for you. Really, really, you should not be going through all your customs stuff like that. Air versus sea order, I'll just talk about this for a second. You guys are probably going to be using air freight for the majority of your business. So, our clients, even our clients that are selling multiple millions of dollars a year worth of products out there, they're still, for the most part, doing air orders. So keep that in mind. Sea shipments are going to be for basically later on in your business. You're going to be doing air freight for the most part. So when you get your sample, guys, after you actually go through and order this thing, and after you actually get it at your door, obviously open it up and examine the product yourself. Figure out how it is. Obviously you don't want to sell a broken product or anything crazy like that. If you decide that the products are good enough to sell, your samples are good enough to sell, I would encourage you to go out there and sell them on eBay, okay? Obviously, eBay is not going to be a big part of your business model down the road, but right now for the sample selling process, for this lean startup methodology applied to this sample selling process, really eBay and these low quality sales channels are the best place to sell your products. So would really encourage you to sell your samples there, and that's going to allow you to do that sample selling process and figure out if that product is actually worth building a business on top of, if it's actually worth your time. So first step in this business, guys, get a sample in and out the door. Our clients, I say this so often to our clients that they literally have to just get sick when they hear it. So, get a sample in and out the door. The only thing, guys, the only thing that's going to separate you from being a winner or a loser in this business is getting a sample in and out the door. If you can get a sample in and out the door, you will most likely be successful with this. If you can't get a sample in and out the door, you will never be successful with this. So guys, don't get distracted by anything else. Get a sample in and out the door. It's just that simple. People want to make this business so complicated when this is how simple it is, guys. Get that sample in and out the door, and you've already done more than 99% of people ever will. Get that sample in and out the door, and you've built the foundation of your business. Don't let anything else distract you from that. If you're doing anything before you get a sample out the door, sample in and out the door, that's going to be, really what differentiates the successful people, the winners, from the losers. Pitfall number 6, obviously respect the sample. You really got to make sure you're in love with the sample. You got to make sure you're selling those samples to customers, right? Don't sell them to friends, family. Don't sell them for a discount. Make sure you get those samples to customers for the true sell price. Ideally, you don't even want your customers to know that it's a sample and a test, right? make it a double-blind experiment, right? You don't want the customer to know that they're taking place in an experiment. So sell that sample to a customer at full price and see what they say about it. Ramp up purchases slowly as feedback starts coming in. Again, the growth curve that we recommend for our clients is start with 5 to 10 units, then go to 10 to 25, 25, 50, 50, 100, 100, 250, and then the sky's the limit. But you got to scale up slowly, got to ramp up those purchases slowly if you want to stay safe in this business. And this sinks so many would-be successful entrepreneurs. Guys, when I first did those Yes We Cannabis shirts, right? I bought 1,000 all at once and then sold like 200 and nothing ever happened again. If I would have just bought 200 of those, I could have spent all that other money on marketing and branding and new products and things like that, and it would have maybe been a successful business. But I bought too many too soon, and it really screwed me up. So ramp up your purchases slowly as the feedback starts coming in, and make sure, again, counterintuitively, the quickest way to grow this is to grow slow. Follow that growth curve that we've talked about. Now let's talk about how to scam proof yourself and your business. Tons of people getting scammed in this business. I have no idea how it happens. Really, really easy to scam proof yourself. Always use PayPal or escrow. Any type of third-party financial protection. Guys, there's so many financial protection services out there made specifically for this business. So if you get scammed, I'm just amazed. You clearly didn't do much research, right? So always use PayPal and escrow, some type of third-party financial protection. It's usually going to cost you 3 to 5% extra, but it's going to eliminate the majority of the risk. Honestly, like 99% of the risk. You cannot get scammed if you're using this financial protection. So definitely worth it. Pitfall number 7, obviously getting scammed. Always opt for PayPal, Alipay, escrow, letters of credit, any one of these third-party financial protection, mechanisms. Make sure you're using them. Never fall for Western Union or TT. Now, TT is essentially a wire transfer. That's pretty much the same as you going over to your supplier's house and putting the money in his mailbox and waiting for your goods to arrive. So TT, it's not safe. But if you're using Alibaba's trade assurance along with TT, then you have that third-party financial protection. So that's becoming popular. But never do just a straight TT without Alibaba trade assurance. Now, Western Union is literally the equivalent of you walking out in the middle of the street, throwing your money all over the ground, and then hoping that your supplier finds it and ships your goods. If you use Western Union, you just got scammed, and don't use Western Union. It's that simple. So let's get back to the 5 steps of success here. Selling our products. So once we actually get these products in, obviously you're going to do that whole sample selling process and figure out, is this product worth really investing my time and energy in, or should I find another product? And once you start finding some good products, you're going to, 2, 3, 4, you're going to be selling all these different products. And it's just, that's really the best part about this is selling, right? So many different places to sell. You got all these established sales channels out there, Amazon, eBay, all these things are just exploding right now. Not only do you have, Amazon growing 1,000% since 2009, but you got all these other companies too, Etsy, Store Envy, Artfire, Rakuten, Society6. There's all these sites for e-commerce sellers now. It's just exploding right now. And it's never been an easier time too to build your own brand and your own sales channel. Guys, every single company you've ever seen on Shark Tank is literally doing this exact method I'm showing you right now, and they actually do it pretty badly. They make a lot of mistakes and things like that, so they would actually be very well served watching this presentation. But guys, if you want to be the next company on Shark Tank, this is what you got to do. All they're doing is getting products from China, developing products, getting them imported from China, and selling them online. Guys, it is literally this business model, and it's just exploding right now. There's literally never been a better time, an easier time, a bigger opportunity to build your own brand and your own sales channel. I would really recommend Shopify for building your own online store and things like that. They are really at the head of the industry, but you got tons of them out there. BigCommerce, Volusion, Squarespace, Wix. Guys, it's no coincidence that the entire e-commerce market is blowing up at the same time. Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, eBay, PayPal, Square Payments, Wix, Squarespace. Guys, every single company that we hear about these days is connected to e-commerce. It is what's growing. It's what's driving the growth of the world right now. You have to understand that. It's just such a huge opportunity. Obviously, we talk a lot about online sales and e-commerce, but you got to sell any way you can, right? We had one guy that went out to the beach. One of our clients went out to the beach yesterday and ended up selling like 50 of his products within a few hours, just completely blown away by it. Guys, you got to sell any way you can, right? B2B, we have one client that doesn't even leave her house, but she sells to local businesses, and local business owners just drive to her house and pick stuff up from her house. She's making like $8,000, $10,000 a month in profit, doesn't even leave her house. So obviously B2B, business to business, huge opportunity. Friends, family, obviously I don't think you should sell your samples to friends and family, but once you're up and selling, you got to sell to everyone, right? Friends, family, neighbors, strangers, if you have the guts, you got to get out there and start selling. And if you can sell to strangers, you're going to learn so much about your product. It's going to blow your mind, really accelerate your growth curve. Distributors, wholesalers, retailers, you can retail your product on store shelves. You got trade shows, flea markets, music festivals, local events, mall kiosks. Guys, there are so many different ways to sell right now. You literally have no excuse not to. It's never been easier. So yeah, let's go over the rapid growth strategy here and kind of wrap everything up with the rapid launch strategy as well. So we've really learned how to launch a new product today. Obviously, the first step is to find those hot products. And once you can find hot products, you should order your samples ASAP. We see so many people that just, they find really good products and they're just, find great suppliers and they're ready to pull the trigger, they're excited. And then they just talk themselves out of it. And they start telling themselves those 6 myths, oh, there's too much competition. And they don't realize that Amazon just grew 1,000%, right? So order those samples ASAP. Don't let fear dictate your life. Take action. Get out there after you find a hot product. Take that risk and order a sample. Again, this is one of the least risky business models out there, because if everything goes wrong, you still have those products, right? If everything goes wrong, you're just selling your product for, a 20% discount or something. So you have to understand this is not a risky business model, and just ordering samples is going to be so much fun. If you haven't done it before, just ordering samples from China and getting them and selling them, you're going to be amazed at how energizing and fun it is. So definitely order those samples ASAP. Don't let fear hold you back. Set up your listings and get ready to promote. I'd really encourage you not to just sit around and twiddle your thumbs while you wait for your samples to arrive from China. Set up your listings and get your promotions ready so that when those samples actually get to you from China, you can open them up, check them out, and get ready to sell them, right? Get those samples in and out the door. So right when they get in, you can just log on, set your inventory from 0 to 5 or 10 or whatever. And again, I would really encourage you guys to use eBay and lower quality sales channels first for that sample selling process. And then, once you find good products and you validate them with the sample selling process, then you move on to Amazon and really start kicking ass there, right? Once you break even, reorder. The number one problem that our clients have is actually running out of inventory. I think a lot of people don't actually believe how much of a bubble this is right now and how everyone is having success with it right now. So once you hit break even, the success just sneaks up on a lot of people. So you got to watch your numbers. Once you hit break even, that's the time to reorder, right? There's no reason to wait until you run out of inventory. We see so many of our clients that their businesses start kicking ass and they're just flying, and then all of a sudden they run out of inventory and they have to basically shut down their business for 2 weeks and wait for new products from China. So guys, don't wait until it's an emergency. Watch your numbers and reorder on the break even. Use the momentum from all of this to expand your product line and your offering. One of the big problems in this industry right now is everyone's trying to sell you some get-rich-quick system, right, or something like that. Guys, this, you shouldn't think of yourself as an Amazon seller, as a private labeler. You are an importing and e-commerce entrepreneur, right? You're building a business. You're not just selling on Amazon. It's bigger than that. So, use that momentum that you're building here to expand your product line, expand your product offering. You're going to be selling all types of different products at different times. Don't feel like you just have to focus on one niche or keyword or something like that, or even one marketplace. Get out there and build a business, because you're entrepreneurs, not just private labelers or something like that. And after all this, you're just moving along and rethinking your products and using these initial sales as a foundation. Like I said, when I first started, I was doing a bunch of different products, and then I found the airsoft guns, and it was just such a big opportunity that I stopped everything and just did airsoft. I think that's what you guys are going to do too, and that's what a lot of our clients do. Don't feel obligated to stay in one niche. Get out there and sell products. Importing and e-commerce is bigger than one niche, right? So get out there and sell products until you find a market that you can really attack and take it over them. Once you find that, you're going to obviously have to switch over to a growth mindset. After we find the product, after we validate the product, then we got to grow the business, right, rather than launch it. So first thing we got to do is dominate low quality sales channels. I have one client that came to me and said, should I post an ad on Backpages? And Backpages is essentially a really bad version of Craigslist. And I told him, you know, it's probably not gonna do anything, but you know, you might as well. It's gonna take 5 minutes to put the ad up. Might as well try it. So he went out there and he tried it out, put up an ad on Backpages, and it just so happens that his product just sells like crazy on Backpages. And it literally takes him 5 minutes a week. He hops on and makes this Backpage ad every week, and he's making like, you know, $150 profit a day just off this one little Backpage ad. So, you know, don't underestimate the low quality sales channels. I'd really encourage you to get out there and start experimenting with those first, just because it takes such a low time and money investment to get in there and dominate those. Now, once you're really comfortable selling your product and you feel you know how to sell your product, and you know everything's going well, then you want to move over and start dominating those high quality sales channels, you know, Amazon, things like that. Amazon is obviously going to be a much bigger part of your business down the line, but you know, don't rush into it and don't feel like you're just an Amazon seller. So dominate those high quality sales channels eventually. And then you're going to branch out and start experimenting. You know, this is such a great business because once you find a product, once you get your listing up, once you get your photos, it's almost set it and forget it, right? Once that listing is up, you're just kind of watching inventory numbers go up and down. So that really gives you the opportunity and the time freedom to go out there and start branching out and experimenting with all these other sales channels, all these other, you know, ads, and maybe you'll do Facebook ads and Amazon ads. Let's go out there and experiment with all those after we have a product that's selling well, right? Too many people try to start making ads before they even have a product. Of course, you're going to get frustrated. So, you know, dominate those high quality sales channels, and then once you have that foundation built and you're confident in it, then you can branch out and start experimenting. Start trying all these different sales channels, you know, different websites, Etsy, building your own website, all these different things. And really your goal here is to find the ROI in your business. We always tell our clients, you know, your business is a puzzle, right? And every business is a puzzle. Every puzzle is going to be a little bit different. Every business is going to have a little bit of different challenges and things like that. We're really good at, you know, giving you all the puzzle pieces, but you got to pick them up and see what fits into your business, right? So once you get the business foundation up and running, you're going to want to start taking all these ideas and plugging them into your business, different ads, different sales channels, and really trying to find the ROI in your business, the return on investment. And once you find those areas that you can invest in and see a constant return, then you just push them, right? You scale up what works, stop doing what doesn't work, and you just kill it. And this is where real businesses become, you know, just start building themselves. It's really amazing, guys. So once you top off on these existing sales channels, that's when you want to go out and build your own. You know, we see so many clients come to us and say, hey, how do I do a Shopify store? And we'll say, all right, what's your product? He's like, oh yeah, I don't have a product yet either. Like, oh yeah, well, you're not gonna be able to build a Shopify store if you don't have a company, right? So don't try to rush around in this process. If you follow this step by step, I promise you it's the only way to create this business successfully. And again, guys, this isn't some proprietary system that I've come up with. This is just literally how these businesses come into being successfully. So once you top off on those existing sales channels, then go out and build your own, okay? And then from there, you're just reinvesting your profits to build your assets. Again, this is just where real business growth comes from, and building a real sellable company. I think one of the big problems in this industry right now is too many people trying to get rich quick. And there's so many internet marketers out there trying to sell you these products and these courses and stuff like that, when the truth of the matter is there's no cookie cutter system to success, right? So guys, I think you got to get in there. You got to start building this thing, and don't focus on Amazon. Don't focus on any of these things. You got to get in there and just build this thing. So all downhill from there. Again, this is really the structure to not only learn how to, you know, it's really fun to get a product up on Amazon, but to tell you the truth, anybody can get a product up on Amazon. This structure that you've just seen here today, this goes beyond that, right? Of course you can get an Amazon product up now. Of course you can do that. We're talking about building a real sellable company, you know, a multi-million-dollar company down the line here. So I think that's one of the big problems in this industry. You know, you got to make sure you're not falling into this trap of being a Amazon seller, being a private labeler. You're an importing e-commerce entrepreneur, and if you can think of yourself like that, you're going to stand above this whole internet marketing swamp, this muck, and really be able to grow your business in a real way. So I'm really excited to see you guys go do that. So as you can see, importing e-commerce, I just think these business models freaking rock. I'm really in love with them. Really simple to do and really safe to do. Everybody seems to think these businesses are hard and risky, when, as you guys have just seen here today, they're really pretty simple and pretty safe. Honestly, some of the most simple and safe business models out there. I don't know where this idea comes from that it's so risky, so hard, but I'm pretty happy that it's there because honestly, it creates this this artificial barrier to entry, and nobody wants to come compete with importing in e-commerce because they all think it's risky and hard. That's fine, guys. As you know now, it's simple, it's safe, so everybody else can think it's hard and risky. Me and my clients are going to keep on taking advantage of the reality of the situation. I'm a massively strong believer that if you're still here today, and thank you if you are still here today, thanks for hanging around. But if you're still here today, you can absolutely get out there and go build your own successful importing and e-commerce business. This is something you can get going on right now, guys. A lot of people following along with this presentation already rocking and rolling on their businesses. So please, please remember, guys, as you're going out and applying this system in the real world to build your businesses and change your lives, well, remember that this is not just a theory, right? This is exactly what I did to build an importing and e-commerce empire by 16 years old. And it's exactly what all the top importers in the world are using right now, guys. Again, this isn't some proprietary system. This is literally just how these businesses are built. Just naturally, you got to go through this step-by-step process. So what's this all about? Why even get into importing and e-commerce? Obviously, just a really fun business to be in. This business is definitely the type of business that will allow you to be free. Again, once you get that listing up, once you get that product figured out and the listing's up and selling, it's really just watching the inventory numbers go up and down. So it's a really fun business. You know, you get to pick up these products that are really yours and these tangible products. Such a fun business, so much more fun than these internet business models. It's all about having a side business that makes true passive income. Again, this is such a great side business for people that are already working, people with families. This is a great side business because, again, it's not the type of business that falls apart if you stop working on it. You know, it's pretty much as much time as you want to give it, and it'll grow to that point. So true passive income here. You don't have to literally, you know, maintain it the whole time. It doesn't take a huge amount of time to build this thing. And obviously, at the end of the day, it's about making the money you need to live the life of your dreams, whether that be just having a little bit more freedom for you and your family, whatever it is, you got to get out there and build a business, right? So I'm not sure why you're here today specifically. It may be because you're fed up with your current job and you want to start creating a transition. You want to start creating some side income, really transition into being your own boss. It may be because you want to start an importing business, but you're just overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done, the product research, the CIF, the FOB, all this stuff. It's overwhelming, right? So maybe you're just overwhelmed, or maybe you're already rocking this business. I know a lot of people here are already selling on Amazon and just see how big of an opportunity it is and how big of a bubble this is becoming. And a lot of people are already rocking this business, but they see how big of an opportunity this is. And they're sitting there saying to themselves, we need to figure out how to scale this up fast, you know, as fast as we can and really capitalize on this explosive growth that's happening in the industry right now. So guys, if that applies to you, I hope you really get this one thing as you're going out there today. We've really cracked the code on finding these hot products and building these businesses right now. It's changed my world, obviously, and allowed me to do everything I've wanted ever since. And tons of our students as well. You know, this business model is just so near and dear to my heart because, again, you know, 12, 13 years old, I got into importing and e-commerce, and if I didn't make it with importing and e-commerce at that age, my God, I would have ended up in college, having a job. It would have been horrible, right? So this business model, very near and dear to my heart, has really allowed me to build the entrepreneurial lifestyle that I wanted to ever since I found it. And it's very much a replicable system that you can apply, as proven by our literally thousands and thousands and thousands of successful clients out there in the world right now running successful e-commerce businesses. So guys, very much a replicable system that you can take right now and go start using. And this is a great business model. Create that freedom, create that money in a relatively short amount of time. Again, we just gave you the growth curve here. You'll be really surprised at how quickly you're killing it with this business. So the obvious question here today, guys, is how can you apply this code and system for building your own importing and e-commerce empire? So you have a choice. You can do it slow and, you know, take what we've taught you here today and kind of fumble along through it, trial and error, make all the mistakes that I did, or you can just join us and do it quickly in our Import Empire Jumpstart program. So guys, here's a quick quote, my favorite Einstein quote: "Everything in life should be as simple as possible, but not simpler." Albert Einstein. So that's exactly what we've gone for in the Import Empire Jumpstart program here, guys. The Import Empire Jumpstart program, we're personally going to take you by the hand, as in, you know, step 1, step 2, step 3, and we're really going to walk you through, and really going to walk you through and help you to find a killer product,
connect it with a trusted supplier, and really create your importing e-commerce business fast. No ambiguity, no confusion. Again, this isn't some, this isn't some internet marketing course that you have to figure out how to apply to your situation. This is literally a hand-holding program, guys. So literally going to help you to navigate down that mountain of importing with a group of people who have done it before and a bunch of people beside you doing it along with you. And it really helps you avoid this, which is how most people get into the importing e-commerce business. They just jump off the mountain and make 52 mistakes and lose thousands of dollars before they figure out how to do it. So, so guys, let's talk about what you're actually getting with the Jumpstart program here today. Obviously, this is so much more than a course or anything, right? This isn't some, it's really sad because people always, there's so many internet marketers out there, and it really creates a difficulty for us. So, so we're much different than that, guys. Here's what the Jumpstart program actually consists of. So you're going to get 12 weeks of live coaching from 8 different importing experts. So this is 12 weeks of live group coaching. This is going to start on July 28th. We're literally bringing in these wildly successful multi-million-dollar importers, e-commerce entrepreneurs to answer your questions and help you build your business one-on-one, all right? You're going to be able to literally ask these people questions about your business and get real responses from them specific to you. All right, guys, so this is real group coaching with just huge people, huge names. On top of that, you're also going to get unlimited one-on-one coaching through our private coaching email. So not only are you getting the 12 weeks of group coaching with 8 different guest experts, but you're also getting 12 weeks of private email coaching, one-on-one, unlimited, and that's constant access to us, all the guest experts, and yeah, for all your specific questions. Because again, guys, business is not a cookie cutter system, okay? And we understand that the group coaching is really going to help us move along and build this business as a group really quickly, but you're going to have that private one-on-one coaching to really fill in the gaps and figure out your specific problems, right? So you're going to get 12 weeks group coaching plus unlimited one-on-one private email coaching. Really amazing there. Obviously, you get the course, and this is instant access, guys. You're going to get this right now. You get an email, username, and password. You're going to get instant access to all of the importing e-commerce training we've ever done. You're talking over 200 hours of training in there. Literally everything you can think of, from LLCs to taxes to Amazon to importing to sea shipments to product development. Everything you could possibly think of, we have it covered, and it is in there waiting for you, over 200 hours. You're also going to get instant access to our personal directory of trusted suppliers, inspectors, shipping agents, pretty much our entire supply chain that's taken us 15 years to build. We're just going to hand that right over to you. And not only our supply chains, but also all of our guest experts as well. They'll be sharing their supply chains. We're going to do expert product trend analysis. So we're actually going to go through and do a lot of research for our clients, okay? So we're actually going to fill out one of these spreadsheets with you guys and really help you to find what's hot, what's not, and really put you on the right path to find awesome products that are really going to enable you to grow your business the right way. Bunch of email scripts, copy and paste your way to success. You guys know all of the negotiation hacks, but in the Jumpstart group, we don't even have to know them. We just copy and paste these email scripts, and we're on our way to success. Now, on top of all of that, you're also getting instant access and lifetime access to the community. And the Import Empire Jumpstart community has literally turned into probably the most incredible community of entrepreneurs on the internet. It's absolutely incredible. You guys will just be amazed, but you're going to get instant access to this Facebook group. Definitely the best Facebook group out there for importers and e-commerce entrepreneurs. Probably the best Facebook group for entrepreneurs in general. Just amazing. You're going to be just absolutely amazed at how helpful and successful all of our clients are, all of our former clients here. So you're also going to get instant access to us, the guest experts, and the community in our private forums. On top of the Facebook group, we also have private forums for a lot of our in-depth strategies and things like that. And you're also going to get exclusive discounts. Guys, we have some crazy discounts I'm going to show you here in just a second. Just for being a StartupBros Import Empire VIP, you're going to get these exclusive discounts that are really going to pay off the cost of this entirely. So it's really amazing. I'll show you in just a moment. Tons of guest experts here. Let me just walk you through a few of the guest experts that we've had on the Jumpstart program. We have Porter Arisman here. He's the vice president of Alibaba itself, guys. You're talking about the vice president of Alibaba itself. Our Porter Arisman came in and did a guest session for our guys, literally, answering questions one-on-one on how to build these businesses with Alibaba. Guys, this is the kind of access that you just can't get anywhere else. We got Scott Mitchell, the former chief technology officer of Home Shopping Network, and the former CEO of RollingStone.com. Scott Mitchell has taken 3 companies from an idea to an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. So just absolutely incredible. 3 separate companies on the New York Stock Exchange. Just absolutely killing it right now. So obviously we had Scott Mitchell in. Again, guys, this is coming in and answering your questions one-on-one, showing you behind the scenes how they run their businesses and how you can do the same. This is literally the type of access you're not going to find anywhere else pretty much ever. Flexport, awesome company out of Silicon Valley. They are really helping change freight forwarding and customs and shipping in general. So very close with them, and we have them in. Noah Kagan, the founder and CEO of AppSumo and SumoMe. He was the number 30 employee at Facebook and the number 4 employee at Mint. So Noah Kagan, obviously very popular, celebrity entrepreneur. He came in and did, I think it was a 3.5, 4-hour session where he just sat down with our group, unrestricted access, got pictures of his bank account, crazy stuff, and yeah, Noah Kagan, we had a great time with him. So definitely, again, guys, one-on-one access to you guys, absolutely incredible. You got Gordon Stiles here, the CEO of Star Prototype, the largest prototyping company in China. Literally the world authority on developing your own product from scratch. Guys, we had him in for a guest session. You guys will get to ask him questions one-on-one. Really amazing access here. Jim Smith, the CEO of FBAinspection.com. Not only does he come in for guest sessions, not only does he hang out in the Facebook group, but you guys also get a big discount on his services just for being a StartupBros VIP. We got Kevin Schleckner here, our most successful client to date. He runs a company called Scar Audio and another company called Car Audio Distributors. Kevin Schleckner was our client. He started with, $100,000 in sales or something. These days, he's doing about $20 million a year in sales. Absolutely killing it. So I have Kevin Schleckner in to show you. He's using the exact same strategy here, guys. Same thing you've seen today. So he's going to show you exactly how you can take this strategy and really use it to get up to that $20 million level as he did. Really incredible. William Chernlin. Huge name in the industry right now. Over $10 million a year in Amazon FBA sales. Very close to our community. Not only does Will, do the guest sessions, but he also hangs out in the Facebook group, the forums. Will's also one of the guys that will be answering your private coaching emails. So guys, you're going to have unlimited access to Will Chernlin. Also, Edmund Lohman, who does all the importing and exporting for companies like H&M and Zara, these multi-billion-dollar companies. You would think that they do their own importing, but they actually don't. They just call Edmund and have him do them for them. So you guys are going to have the same person that does all the importing for H&M and Zara helping you one-on-one in the private coaching email, unlimited. That's really amazing. This just I really think you're never going to be able to get this kind of access anywhere else. Got Neville Medora, one of the best copywriters in the world, came in and gave a 3-hour session and then stayed around for another hour and just rewrote a bunch of our clients' Amazon listings. So literally had one of the best copywriters in the world come in and rewrite our clients' listings. Absolutely incredible. You got little old me over here, not too impressive anymore. We also had Kellen Hanna, the customer success guru at Shopify. We're very close with Shopify as well, so we have Shopify coming. We have a lifetime discount for our clients to Shopify, and Shopify really works with our clients closely to make sure that we are hitting the good growth curve. Because as you'll hear from Shopify, there's a few little things that really differentiate, a company that's going to be worth 50 million and a company that's going to be worth $1 million, right? And you can get those things right off the start. And we'll explore how to do those with Kellen Hanna over at Shopify. You guys will love that. So you guys are going to get access to all of these experts holding your hand and helping you build your import empire one-on-one, guys. One-on-one questions. You're going to be able to actually talk to these guys, tell them about your business, tell them about your challenges, be friends with them if you want, whatever you want. So absolutely incredible opportunity here. Let's see if I can go to the next slide here. Tons of discounts out there. I'm actually just going to jump right through here, and I'll actually give you a little back-end view of all of these discounts. Because, guys, just tons and tons of discounts we've secured for our clients now. And these are the type of discounts, again, these aren't the types of discounts that you can go and get somewhere else. You're never going to see these discounts anywhere else because, guys, we are contractually obligated, these are contractually exclusive discounts. So we're literally the only people there that can use this and get these discounts. So these are just a few. 20% off for life at Shopify. That's just crazy. 10% off for life at FBA Inspection. 33% off for life at AmaSuite. All sorts of crazy discounts, and I'll go through a few more if we have time here at the end. tons of results out there too, right? And I'll just breeze right through this because I know so many people out there now know of our successful clients. I know a lot of people here today are only here because, you know, they have successful friends. They have people that are selling tons of Amazon goods, and they said, you got to see this webinar. So I'm just going to breeze right through here. I know you guys already know the success that's coming out of this program. Joey Ellington obviously killing it. Oswald Ryan, Scott Ferguson, thousands and thousands of dollars. That's fun. Joyce Yang got her samples, really fun. Daniel Wynn making $3,300 a week. That's fun. Greg Jones here with a bunch of units. He's one of our best UK clients. He's killing it. And tons of big results out there too, right? We had one day on Facebook, I was sitting on Facebook and someone tagged me in a picture of this car. And I was like, all right, why'd I get tagged? And I just posted like, hey, looks like a nice car, I guess. And he commented back. He said, my eBay and Amazon sales blew up instantly, big time. Now I'm at a standstill, need your help again. And, you know, he reached out to us and became a client afterwards. But Joey Ellington here made enough money just using this free webinar you're seeing right now, made enough money for this Mercedes and then signed up as a client. Now he's just killing it. So guys, I could show you sales charts all day. Here's 2.8 million, 3.2 million. I know a lot of people show you sales charts that don't really mean anything, so I'll skip right over those. Nina Farley making $517 a week. Carter Martin's making $1,600 a week. Here's Carter Martin's when his product got into the top 100 Amazon bestsellers list, absolutely killing it. Carter Martin's one of our best clients from Canada. And really, guys, let me jump in really quickly and just show you what this community is all about. Because I know, you know, a lot of people like to show you pictures and things like that. I want to actually jump in and let's see what our client community is doing right now. And let's see, I really want to show you guys just how crazy this community is. So here you can see, you know, just going through, this is literally the most active Facebook group you will ever see, most likely. Just absolutely crazy. Few people I wanted to really show you. One of them is Kevin Schlechtner. Like I said, our #1 client. And guys, you know, there's people that are running $20 million businesses. You know, these people don't have time to sit on Facebook, but for whatever reason, they are more than willing to, you know, hang out in our Facebook group and just help our clients to achieve the same results. So here's Kevin Schlechtner here. Absolutely ridiculous, right? May 12th, Kevin Schlechtner posted, off to another strong start this month, even as things are supposed to slow down. Stay committed to the long-term plan with consistent goals and growth will come. Consistently doing more than $1 million a month just on Amazon alone now. So Kevin Schlechter is doing over $1 million in sales per month just on Amazon. Just crazy, right, guys? This is just such an explosive niche right now. You see, just in the first few days of May, he made $400,000 in sales. That's outrageous. So you can see, obviously, this just blew up. You know, we got 150 likes on here. We got 50-something comments. I think Kevin Schlechtner even came in and did a webinar. Here's Alan Basinger, just to kind of compete with him, right? We have a very friendly, interactive community. You're going to be friends with everyone once you get in there. But you can see Alan Basinger said, hey, that's cool, but I'm at $361,000 this month. Or sorry, $361,000 in 30 days, 29 days, I'm sorry. So just absolutely ridiculous, guys. And that's just 2 people I just randomly found in here. I mean, let's just go through some pictures here. And you guys can see, I mean, this is from yesterday, right? So this stuff isn't canned or anything, guys. This is literally what our client community is doing right now. George Beckert said our first month's results. First month, he made 4,200 pounds. So that's like $8,000 in his first month. He said, first month results, so grateful. Thank yous and all that fun stuff. So people just killing it. Here's another one. Guys, again, I'm just pulling these out of nowhere. Here's yesterday. EJ Ball said, hope everyone's having a nice, relaxing Sunday. Here's June's numbers. Made $13,500 in June alone. So guys, I could go through here all day. I'm only on July 2nd. We've only gone back a few days, and you guys can see just how much success people in this group are having. Here's from June 30th, Lee McKenna making 1,275 pounds, so like $2,000 in their first month. Here's Sean O'Hagan, $1,600 in his first month. So guys, you can see just by going through here, again, watch how far down I'll scroll here. And it's just ridiculous. Not only is this Facebook group super active, super helpful, but they're also just super successful. I mean, look at this. Lou Bunya started January 2015, now making $1,000 a day. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. Here's another person, Ben Frederick, about 4 months now. He's stalling out at 15K gross sales, because he ran out of inventory. Like I said, number one problem our clients have is running out of inventory. So guys, you can see, I mean, I could really click through here all day and just show you guys success story after success story after success story. We don't even ask for these things. It's just the community is just so close and active now that, you know, everybody's talking about their success. So really awesome to see. Let's get down to brass tacks though, guys. We really want to get you into this community. So let's talk about what it's going to cost you to actually get into this community and into this program and take that step to the next level. So these importing courses, obviously just going for a fortune now, 2,000 plus the minimum. I've charged personally up $5,000 to teach this one-on-one. Literally couldn't keep up. Like I said, guys, if you go Google import from China, we're the first 5 links that come up. So we literally have millions and millions of people coming to us every year trying to get help launching these businesses. You know, we've just unintentionally wrote the book on how to launch a successful importing e-commerce business. So, you know, even at $5,000, we just couldn't teach just one-on-one. We just couldn't keep up. So obviously it cost me much more than $10,000 and just thousands of hours to learn. You know, pretty much sacrificed my my educational career for importing e-commerce, right? And most of our coaches charge at least $1,000 an hour. And guys, I shouldn't even have this in the slides because you're talking about the vice president of Alibaba, the CTO of Home Shopping Hour, the CEO of Rolling Stone. Guys, these aren't the type of people that will coach you. These are the type of people that their employees can't even talk to them because they're so busy. So this is literally inaccessible people in the industry that you're going to get one-on-one access to. Guys, I promise you're not going to see this anywhere else. And obviously, Kevin Schleckner, over $20 million in sales just off this method, really killing it. So how much is it going to cost you today? Definitely not $10,000. Definitely not $5,000. And the Jumpstart program usually sells for $29.97. But guys, since this is you know, our first live event and we're really working to take this thing to the next level, we're going to give you guys a big discount today. And that Startup Bros live attendee discount is going to be 50% off for everybody here today. So guys, big discount for live attendees today, really lucky. 50% off discount, that's going to be good until Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday at midnight, we are going to shut this off, and the price is going to go up. Guys, the price was already supposed to be higher than this, but we ended up keeping it down just for 2 more days, I guess. So, guys, your coupon code to secure this special offer today is live50. So all you gotta do is use that live50 coupon code, and you're getting everything you've seen today, all inclusive, and that all comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, absolutely no questions asked. And yeah, so that's your big opportunity here today to get into this this program and get into this community of just success. So go to this page, guys. Go to startupbros.com/import and just fill out the form with your name, email, all your information there, and just click the button that says, you know, join the import empire, and you're in. You're going to get an email automatically with your login information, and then you know, jump in the Facebook group, jump in the forums, introduce yourself. And guys, on July 28th, we're going to hit the ground running for our 12 weeks, and you're going to be amazed at the end of that 12 weeks how much different your life and your business are. So guys, immediate access there. Go ahead and click the live link in the chat. The coupon code for that is live50. Once again, go to startupbros.com/import, and the coupon code there is live50. You guys will get instant access to the to everything you've seen here today. So let me jump over and show you guys how it works. Just jump over to startupbros.com/import. We got a link to that in the question box as well for you guys. And guys, you're going to hit this page here, and this is how you join the Jumpstart program. So go ahead, type in all your fun stuff here, name, email. I'm going to type in my real address here. I have no stalkers yet, and I'm pretty proud of it, so please nobody stalk me. So yeah, type in all your info here. And this work anywhere, guys. Again, you know, no matter where you're at in the world, we have clients all over the place having success with this. So this is going to be a great experience for you. And see, down here we have 3 different payment plans for you as well. So guys, not only can you do the one-time payment, we also have a 3-month payment plan and a 6-month payment plan. So yeah, 6-month payment plan literally means that, you know, you're going to have an extra 3 months to pay this thing off after the program, you know, after the coaching and after the success already happens. So again, type in live50 in the coupon code box right here, and that is going to secure your discount. If I type the right thing in, that's going to secure your discount. And guys, you're literally talking less than $300 today. You're getting instant access to this entire program with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
And yeah, so I mean, this is a big opportunity for you. So also got PayPal down here for you guys. If you want to do PayPal, you can just scroll to the bottom. You got the one-time PayPal payment plan, 3-month, and the 6-month as well. So guys, 6-month payment plan, just crazy. And yeah, you're getting instant access, lifetime access to everything you've seen here today. So guys, that's the show today. Let's jump over to the Q&A and have some fun.
Awesome. Yeah, great presentation, man. A ton of people were just saying this is by far the best webinar I've ever been to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it is awesome, awesome. Now there's a huge contingent of people all around the world here. Yusuf from Belgium, Daniel from Spain and the Canary Islands. Somebody else was from another group of islands. In general, there's a lot of people asking, this is where I live in this country, I'm not in the US, will it work for me?
Yeah, absolutely. Really common question. And yeah, it's really easy to get this business working from anywhere in the world. It's really interesting. A few years ago, it was even a year ago today, it was absolutely so much tougher to get this business started anywhere else but the US. But guys, it's really easy. We have supply chains set up. Obviously, we have tons of successful clients from all over the world. Really easy to get your supply chain set up to ship from, it really doesn't matter where you're at in the world, because your supply chain is going to be, your Chinese supplier is going to ship it to your fulfillment center in whatever country, the US, wherever, and you're really not going to touch the product either way, right? Even if you're in the US. So yeah, it really doesn't matter where you're at in the world. It's really, really simple to set up a supply chain to operate your business pretty much, to and from anywhere. It really doesn't, it's pretty much location independent.
Now, Leon says, what's in it for these guys that are coaching?
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we have tons of fun. We have tons of fun just hanging out with our clients and stuff like that. Let me show you just how much fun we have. And yeah, guys, obviously, we have our business that's rocking and rolling still. This is the business name is actually about to change. Nobody keep that on the down low, though. No one's supposed to know that yet. But we're actually changing the name of our business. But you can definitely check it out here. We do about $15 to $20 million of sales a year in this business. So this is our main business. Again, this is up to 45 employees or so now, and really doesn't require a lot of one-on-one involvement anymore. So yeah, I mean, that's why we got involved with StartupBros. So if we go over to the StartupBros photos here, I think you guys see some real fun stuff. And guys, you'll see here just how much fun we have with our clients. This was our trip to China in October, and we'll be doing another trip to China with our clients in this October 15th as well. And that's only going to be open to our Jumpstart clients, because you really got to know the business model and have success with this to take part in these big events. So, here's just a view of, sometimes we have a little bit too much fun with our clients here, as you can see, but yeah, we just have so much fun hanging out with our clients, and this is what we do for fun, is just build these businesses. So obviously, guys, there's obviously something in it for us. We get to talk to a lot of people in the industry that we wouldn't otherwise get to. The vice president of Alibaba and stuff. We get to leverage our reputation and this big group of successful clients and get really high level people that you're just not going to see anywhere else. And guys, this is pretty much what we've always wanted, right? There's so many pardon the language, but there's so many shitty internet marketing courses out there, right? And all these get rich quick schemes and stuff like that. And what people, we have so many people in our program that they come from all these other programs and they refund and they finally find us and they say, man, this is what I've been looking for. So you really have to understand that this is more of a business incubator, a business accelerator program for real entrepreneurs who are ready to hit the ground running. This isn't some push button how to get a product on Amazon. Of course, we're going to teach you how to get a product on Amazon. That's pretty easy, right? We should definitely know how to do that. But it goes so much farther than that, right? And our focus is really to create a client community of really successful entrepreneurs that are building real companies, that are really sellable companies, and not just a bunch of get-rich-quick schemes. And yeah, when you guys get into this program, definitely jump into the Facebook group and start introducing yourself. You're going to love these people, but you're going to see really quickly that
this is so much different than any other Facebook group, any client community you've ever seen. These are real successful people here to help you build your business. It's just so amazing. So I forgot the original question, but
Yeah, it's just why do we do it? And I think they were even asking, why does the VP of Alibaba come on and talk? And guys, a lot of these people we pull in favors. We just ask. So a lot of times, we throw them $500 an hour sometimes, but they don't care about that. They're doing $20 million a year. They really do it as a favor to us. So you get access to network in that way as well.
absolutely. Yeah, I always say, we're really damaging our other bigger businesses. We really damage those businesses and call in favors to make this special. Because, yeah, I mean, this is what we do for fun, guys. I mean, it's supposed to be special, so.
Yes. Now, John says, I'm not very good with computers. Can I still be successful with this?
I mean, you definitely can. If you're not very good with computers, I mean, you definitely can be. It's just going to present a different set of challenges. And, that's what we always talk about. Every business, every entrepreneur, every product is going to have different challenges. So anybody who tries to sell you on this push button system of success, they're lying to you. I'm sorry, because business is tough, right? And it's abstract, it's complex. So that's why we built the program the way that we did is, we have these group coaching, this weekly group coaching to really push each other forward as a group. But you gotta have the private email coaching as well, because you're gonna have specific problems that only you're having, right? So on top of that, you also have the client community who's super helpful with pretty much anything. Honestly, the community itself has become probably more valuable than the private coaching. It's really amazing. People in here, keep in mind, I mean, this is all of alumni. They've all went through this program. They've all had success with this program. So they're all here, rocking and rolling with exactly what you're trying to do right now. And all the challenges you're about to have, everybody in this group's already had it. So it's amazing, guys. You'll post something in here and you'll get comments so quickly. Like, here's Mick. I saw that one of my reviews got delisted, and people just jump in and start trying to help. It's really amazing. So. And there's so many different parts of this as well that we haven't talked about. We have something called the product feedback exchange, which is basically a way for you to launch your products into this group. And these people are all successful e-commerce sellers, so they know exactly how to make your listing rank well and start popping up more. So you can literally, here's product feedback exchange. People give away their products for, this person gave away their product for $5.45. So it's not like you're losing money on it. You're still making money, but you get so many reviews and good data and stuff on your listing. So I mean, and yeah, I mean, I could talk all day. This program has just become so expansive that it's just, honestly, this is, if you're an entrepreneur trying to get trying to build and import an e-commerce business, this is it, right? I mean, this is what we always say. It's kind of the Rolls Royce of the industry. This is how you do it. There's a very, very low percentage of unsuccessful clients that have worked with us, honestly.
So Paulius and Hannah want to know if this is going to start from zero and then go to the end. Can they get going without knowing anything up front? And how step-by-step is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Great plan, or great question. So yeah, you can absolutely get started with this with absolutely no experience at all. And that's one change that we've made recently to our strategy here is, and again, you guys are going to get instant access to everything you're seeing on the screen here when you sign up here. So not only are you getting this future 12-week coaching program, but you're also getting access to literally all of the previous Jumpstart programs we've ever done. So obviously we don't do the same thing every time. Obviously it gets better and better, and we do different subjects and stuff. But yeah, tons of stuff in here already for you guys. So yeah, in what we'll do here, the first week we'll start talking about the different business models within importing and e-commerce, because one of the big problems with the industry is here's the problem, guys. A lot of people just want to sell you stuff, right? A lot of people just want to tell you, oh, I can teach you how to put a product on Amazon. Oh, I can teach you how to find products, all this stuff, right? That's not building a business, though. Building a business is a little bit more complex than that, right?
So I think that's one of the big differences with us is we cover the entire business. We cover the business models and things like that. So you'll see, I'm trying to show you on my screen here. This is a replay of our first weekly session from the last Jumpstart group. Obviously, this one will be a lot better, but you can see we actually go through all the different types of business models in here. And what we're really about is helping our clients to really transition smoothly between all these different business models. Because again, too many people are just trying to be private labelers, and it gets really frustrating because that's not how you become successful as a private labeler, right? You have to go through these different business models first. So even if you have zero experience, you've never sold anything online before in your life, the first thing we talk about is something called retail arbitrage. And retail arbitrage is a really cool business model that you can get up and running with right now. You guys can literally walk out of your house after this webinar and go start making money with it. Literally all you're doing is going to retail stores, checking out clearance aisles and stuff like that, and scanning barcodes, and you can basically really quickly see if there's an arbitrage opportunity. If you can buy a product for like $3 and sell it for like 20, right? And it sounds crazy, but you would be so amazed at how often this happens. For instance, I just went to Walmart like 2 days ago, and there's a doormat there that is selling for like 19 bucks at Walmart, but it's like 75 bucks on Amazon. So I almost bought them all right there just for fun, because again, I still do this stuff for fun. So retail arbitrage, absolutely the best way to get started if you've never done anything before in your life. But again, that's not what this program is about. This program is about building a sellable company with the importing e-commerce business model. So we do teach you retail arbitrage, but we'll tell you, you need to transition out of there pretty quickly. And then we start talking about general arbitrage, piggybacking, and then we get into private labeling, all the way up to building your own brand, your own product line, developing your own products, and all that. So yeah, that's one of the main differences in our program. Is this is a real business program. This is a real business incubator, accelerator. This isn't some internet marketing course that's just going to teach you one piece of the puzzle. We really go through each and every step of growing this business, and even how you make the transitions, the differences. I think that's one of the main differences in what we do.
Now, there's a bunch of questions about the money-back guarantee. Ragnar and Yusra say, so if I sign up for this and I don't have any success within the first 30 days, I can get a refund. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and it's even a little bit better than that, because as you heard, the coaching actually starts on July 28th is when the weekly coaching starts. Obviously, the community and the private coaching and everything will be available before then. But yeah, so this is actually starting on the, this is actually starting on the 28th. So you guys get a 30-day money-back guarantee starting on the 28th. So you guys actually here today get closer to a 45-day money-back guarantee. So yeah, that's really incredible. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. I always say, it doesn't matter if, something bad happened, or, we always say if someone emailed us and said, hey, I just got addicted to crack, I need my guarantee, I need my money back. Then we would say, okay, here's your crack money, have fun. So literally, guys, no questions asked, no matter what the reason is, money-back guarantee, 100%. So yeah, this is really risk-free, guys, and yeah, you're getting a full, almost 45-day money-back guarantee on this webinar today, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is huge. Siva says, if I enroll for this batch, but for some reason I'm not able to fully be involved, can I plug into the next batch or the next kind of 12-week program?
We might have one. Again, it's really up in the air. After this, we're gonna go to China and with a whole bunch of clients, and then we're also doing like a 500, 1,000 person event for our clients in. We're thinking Vegas, but it might be somewhere else. So we're actually doing 2 big events for our clients right after this Jumpstart program. So the people that are in this program right now, we're gonna do a whole bunch of trips and stuff after this. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. We might do more Jumpstart groups in the future, but the fact of the matter is, if we do it, the price is going to keep on coming up. We limit this to 500 people no matter what. Since there's one-on-one coaching and there's the group coaching, we really want to make sure that every single question anybody asks is actually answered. So we cap this at 500 people. The price is going to continue to go up as the demand for this goes up, honestly. And you know, the more successful clients we have, the more people want to get in, and we just have to keep on raising the price. So so you can definitely get in another batch, hopefully, if we do it again. You know, but I definitely couldn't give any guarantees on the pricing or anything or the time.
Now, I'm sorry, Justin. Justin wants to know if we have any clients that are not successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do. Let me jump in. Every once in a while, you'll see in the Facebook group, and I'm going to keep referencing back to the Facebook group because you'll see just how active this community is. We're honestly, it's just a group of friends that are killing it at this business model. That's really what it is. So, so let's see. So let's search the group for frustration here. You're always going to see a few people that you know are frustrated and having some trouble. So here's Mary said, I need your advice. Received my samples, but the packaging of each unit is damaged. You know, so you know, again, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not some internet marketer that's just going to try to sell you something. I'm not going to lie to you and say that you're not going to have any problems at all building your business. Everybody has some problems building their business, right? Anyone who says differently is lying to you. So yeah, I mean, we have some people that have trouble. Honestly, if you keep up at it, it's really tough to not be successful with this, okay? Because again, you have this entire community of almost 1,800 former clients and alumni of this program who are on there rocking this business model. So as long as you don't give up, and as long as you keep on, you know, keeping on, for lack of a better term, as long as you keep taking action, you keep trying, you're gonna get there eventually, because there's so many people having success with it in here that any problem you're having, someone in here can solve. So so again, this is really, I always say to people, this is the cutting edge. You know, when people talk about the cutting edge, this is it right here, this Facebook group, because the people in here are just super successful, and they're trying new things all the time. You know, here's Ben Fredericks, one of our really good clients. He is doing a private webinar for people that want to learn how to expand their successful Amazon business from the US to Europe. And you can see 150 people signed up for this webinar just in the group. This is just a Facebook group, guys. You know, we have sub communities. Another really good thing to show you guys is our forums. We actually have in our forums a mastermind group section, and the mastermind group, we have mastermind groups all over the world. People, you know, doesn't matter where you're at, people constantly meeting up every weekend, whether it be on Skype, whether it be in real person at a bar. People meeting up all the time and just getting together and building their businesses. I mean, it's really amazing. So here's North Texas, Canada, South Africa, Germany, Bay Area, Denver, you know, India, Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, Dallas, Toronto, Australia, UK, SoCal. So guys, I mean, this is you know, I always tell people this is the cutting edge, and you know, if you're serious about doing these business models, again, this is really the Rolls Royce of the industry, so to speak.
Now, Dina is, you know, looking at the content that you're showing in the community. She says, will we have access to all this training material after the sessions are over?
Yep, absolutely. So you're going to actually get lifetime access to literally everything that you see here, literally everything. So there's no monthly charge to stay in the Facebook group or anything. There's no monthly charge or, you know, extra fee to be in the forums. Once you're in the Startup Bros family, once you're a VIP, you're family for life. So yeah, you're going to be in the Facebook group. You get that for life. You get all of the VIP discounts that we talked about, and let's just go in and look at those. You're going to get all those for life. All the recordings that you see here, you're going to get for life. So yeah, you're honestly going to get pretty much everything. And we also give just massive discounts to our existing clients on future products and services. So again, when we go to China, that's going to be very expensive for most people, but if you're a Startup Bros VIP, you're going to get something like, you know, 30, 50, 60% off just for being in the program. So you know, we do tons of awesome stuff for our clients all the time. We really try to take care of them. But yeah, here's a few of the discounts that you get. And again, these are all lifetime access. Here's 20% off for life on Shopify. So that's just crazy for life. TerraPeak 7-day free pro trial, AmaSuite 33% off for life, FBA inspection, unget your account, merchant words, you know, all these, Feedback, Genius, Snagshot, Jungle Scout, Trendosaur, Zomblast, pretty much anything you can think of. We're just constantly getting these discounts for you guys. So honestly, these discounts alone really pay off the cost of the program for any successful e-commerce business. So it's really amazing once you get up to that success point. You know, it really pays itself off. And again, if you're not successful with this, we want you to refund within that 45-day money-back guarantee, the 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, we don't want unhappy clients. We're only trying to create successful, happy clients, and I think we've done a very good job at that.
Yes, absolutely. Every time we talk to somebody in the industry, they say, "Oh my God, this person, I know this person, and they have nothing but good things to say about you." So there's been 0 times when anybody has said, "Oof, I heard about this person, and they were not happy with you with your program." Anel says, "How long is the program in total?"
Right. So.
And Greg wants to know what day it starts.
Right. So the first day of this 12-week session, the July Jumpstart Group, that 12-week session is going to begin on July 28th. So it's still a few days away. And people that are getting in now, again, we're going to cap this off at 500. Once this program starts, we literally stop doing all free webinars. That's why you guys haven't seen us do any free webinars or anything. We stop everything and focus on making our clients successful. So, yeah, you're gonna that'll start on July 28th. And again, this is a 12-week program. So you're going to get, obviously, the 3 weeks before the 12-week starts you'll get. So it's really going to be about 15 weeks for you guys. And this goes all the way into October. And again, right when this ends, you guys are going to have the ability to join us in October, or sorry, to join us in China in October or Vegas, and you guys are going to get massive discounts to that as well. So yeah, I mean, this is 12 weeks officially, but really you guys get 15 weeks because you guys are getting in early here.
Now, Hannah's got a really self-aware question, I thought. She says, "I'm basically looking for someone to actually push me to take the next step and make sure I'm doing this correctly. Is this on a personal level where you will know exactly what I'm doing?"
Yes, absolutely. I think that's one of the best parts of this program. Again, that's how I felt with every single course I've ever went through is, okay, yeah, the course is really good, the content's really good, but how do I apply it to me, and how does this apply to my problem, what I'm trying to do, right? And that's the missing element that we really try to do here. So yeah, you're going to be able to not only join us for the 12 weeks of group coaching, where you're really going to be able to ask these hugely high-level people, specific questions about your business, but on top of that, our structure really is we're going to do a group coaching session every Tuesday. And then, that's really going to set off your week for you. And then sometime before the next week, you should go out there, take some action. And you're going to run into some challenges. You're going to run into some frustration, but that's what our VIP private coaching email is for. And the private coaching email, again, we really say it helps to fill in the gaps between the group coaching sessions. So you're going to get a really clear idea of what needs to be done on those group coaching sessions. And then when you're out there actually doing it, you're going to have the Facebook group, the forums, and the one-on-one private coaching email to really help you through any specific roadblocks or obstacles you're running into. Or, if you need a specific person, if a lot of our job is just connecting our clients with the correct people. Some people say, oh, my Amazon account got banned, so, we direct them to the right person. Some people need to, they're in Europe and they need to start selling in the US, so we direct them to the right people. So a lot of what we do is just connecting people, pointing you in the right direction. But in general, that private coaching email, unlimited, is really there to fill in the gaps between the group coaching sessions.
Now, there's a kind of flurry of questions about the schedule. When are the live trainings? And then also kind of just trying to figure out what does this look like? Are the trainings once a week? And do they have to schedule for them live? How can they access the information if they can't get there live, if they have, a full-time job?
Right. Yeah, absolutely, guys. So obviously we've done this a few times now, so we're getting really good at creating successful clients, which is really fun to see. So you do not have to be there for the live sessions. It's obviously good if you can be, but if you're not there, obviously you have the private coaching email, so you can ask, if we have Noah Kagan or just some celebrity entrepreneur, Tim Ferrisson or someone, you'll be able to send your questions to the private coaching email, and then we can ask it live and get those answers to you from that guest. So you can do that. But on top of that, all the sessions are going to be recorded, and they're immediately available in that members area that you're going to get instant access to tonight. They're immediately available there for lifetime access. So all those replays are going to be there for life. And furthermore, some of our most successful clients are people that haven't even been on a live session. They just do the replays, they just do the community, and they just do the private coaching email. And they just have huge success off of there. So really, there's a lot of different components to this program, and you should really go into it and make it work however it needs to work for you. Because there's forums, Facebook group. I would really encourage you guys to get into the Facebook group because that's hugely inspirational. But I think that answers the question. And then the other thing too is we do our sessions every Tuesday, alternating between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to just constantly be adding tutorial videos and bonuses and things like that. But all of that starts on July 28th when the program starts. And that's why you guys are getting just such a massive discount, such a long money back guarantee. You're going to see that as we start doing this, later this week and next week, people, the price is going to go up a little bit, and the money back guarantee is going to get a little bit more strict because once we can, once this thing's really built out, it's going to be, the price is just going up from here. So yeah, we're going to constantly be adding these, tutorial videos and stuff like that. And I think that's another thing to realize too is, we've done this, this is going to be our 6th Jumpstart group here. So we're really, really good at taking clients through this strategy that we built. And so when you go in here, I would really encourage you before your 12 weeks even start, like tonight, I would go in and start on week 1 and really just start trying to go through, try to get to week 4 before, July 28th. And you're going to be just so much better off. You're going to be just blazing through this thing and asking such high quality questions that you're going to get so much value out of this thing. It is going to blow your mind. So yeah, I mean, that is that.
That is that. Now there's, sorry, Saiva wants to know if this program will help him finding a private label product.
Yep, absolutely. So again, we cover so much more than just private labeling. I think so many people get frustrated and just don't understand how this business works, because if you're just looking at the business as private labeling, it just doesn't make sense. You can't build a business like that. So yeah, we do cover private labeling, obviously. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, we cover private labeling obviously, but we go so much deeper in that because anyone can private label a product. I mean, guys, if you want some free advice, if that's the only thing you want is to know how to private label a product, then don't join the program because it's really easy to private label a product. All you have to do is go email the supplier and work out a deal. Every supplier out there knows what private labeling is. They all know how to do it. So yeah, I mean, that's not the difficult part at all. The difficult part of private labeling, and the reason why everybody refunds out of these other programs and internet marketing courses and ends up in the Jumpstart program, is because it's private labeling isn't business, right? You have to know a lot more than that. So private labeling is really easy. The tough part is branding, differentiation, creating a private label brand that actually enhances the value of your product rather than makes your customer say, why is this on the product, right? So yeah, we do cover private labeling on, obviously, it's just very simple. What we go much more in depth about is branding your products, differentiating your products from competitors, developing new features and taking features off of products, testing things like that, launching new products and new brands. So we go just a little bit deeper than, here's how to private label. Obviously, we teach you, how to start an Amazon account and how to get a product on Amazon, how to take pictures of your product. But honestly, guys, that's all the easy part. just not difficult. So we'll rush right through there, and then we'll get to the complicated stuff like how to brand a product well and how to increase the value through branding and how to launch new products, how to launch your own e-commerce store, how to do ads, all these sorts of things. So yeah, and another thing too is, you know, we really cover whatever you guys want. It's not like this is a pre-made program. We literally go through and we go call in favors, getting guest experts based on what you guys are having problems with, right? So it's really up to you what it covers, but obviously we go as in-depth as we can with the goal of, yeah, you're going to be able to start a successful e-commerce business. You're going to be able to sell products on Amazon, but let's talk about how to take that to the next level and build a real sellable company and really just dominate the competition and win, right?
Yes, absolutely. Now, Vlad wants to see the discount page again. He was pretty impressed
Absolutely.
with
I'll
the
bring
amount
that
of
up.
discounts on it. And when you do that, David says, when would you branch out from Amazon and start establishing your own e-commerce site on Shopify?
So it's really up to you, but what we recommend to our clients is, you know, make sure you have some consistent sales coming in on Amazon first. Generally, if you want just the absolute, you know, slam dunk way to do it, most of our clients don't start moving off of Amazon and into their own e-commerce store until about anywhere from 75, 150, all the way up to $300,000 in sales per month. So you can really build a big business without your own e-commerce store. The thing that you really have to understand, and the thing that we really try to help our clients do, and let me see if I can you know, find a good example of this here. But what we really try to help our clients do is transition between all the different business models. So yeah, making the seamless transition from, you know, from retail arbitrage to general arbitrage to private labeling to your own brand to your own Shopify site. So it's kind of one of the later pieces of the puzzle, but yeah, definitely. You can really build your own e-commerce site anytime you're convinced that you have kind of a good product. You know, you can build your e-commerce site with just one product out there if you want. There's one, you know, there's tons and tons of products out there. Let me see if I can find this one. You know, tons of products out there that are just one product on a store, right? This product right here, I think this one won the Shopify contest, and they just started with one product and expanded out from there. So you can literally do it with one product if you want. But you have to keep in mind that once you build your own website, it's not importing an e-commerce anymore, right? You've added a lot of complexity. So now you have to think about social media marketing and hosting and traffic and conversion optimization and email lists. So just keep that in mind is, you know, I think it's really important to have a really great product first. And most people underestimate how much time and effort it takes to get a really good product market fit. And yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question, but
I think so. Bill wants to work with his son to build this business and wants to know if there's a way that they can work together on this.
yeah, absolutely. So another one of the things that we just can't, you know, it's just grown so big that we can't even mention anymore is, yeah, you actually get a free guest pass with your account here today. So when you guys sign up, you're actually going to have a free account to give out to, you know, a spouse, a daughter, a son, you know, a friend, whatever it is. So you get that one free guest pass so you can go in and really do this business alongside someone else. Obviously, we love growing these businesses, but, you know, if we can help a relationship too, even better. So yeah, you get that one free guest pass along with your account today.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge value, and it just increases your chances of success when you're working with somebody else on the thing too. Uh, Rodney wants to know if Rodney Martinez, who just joined the program, so welcome, Rodney. He says, does the program cover developing product information that should be contained in the package, in the packaging? So I'm thinking of inserts. He gives the idea of safety warnings.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, guys, we cover anything you want because this is all about helping you become successful wherever you're at. So yeah, I mean, obviously, product inserts. If you're talking promotional product inserts, we cover those a lot more in depth. If you're talking about just safety inserts or something like that, uh, here's some more free advice. You don't even have to sign up for the program for it. Just go copy your competitors, honestly. So if you're selling a T-shirt or something, you have some labeling requirements. I would just go get your closest competitor's T-shirt and see what's on their labels and just copy that. Honestly, that's the easiest way to do it. So yep, that's how I would do it. And then promotional product inserts are a lot more fun. We covered those pretty in depth because it's so important to be able to take customers away from Amazon and eBay and get them into your own business channel, right? Your own sales channel. So obviously that's what we help our clients do, is build in a lot of these systems so we can start to draw customers away from Amazon and eBay and use those people as the foundation for our bigger brand, our real company, right?
Absolutely. And you guys, the questions have been coming very quickly, and they're just now starting to dry up. So if I missed anything so far, go ahead and copy and paste it in the box, and we will get to it. Paulius says, how would you compare yourself to kind of the other programs out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, there's a bunch of people out there that have reviewed our program and things like that. I know someone just mentioned the Slamazon course, and Andy Slamans. You see here, Andy Slamans is actually a member of our program, and he's been a very active member. You can see just how many pictures and things he's posted. So yeah, I mean, we always say, I mean, this is the cutting edge, guys. I mean, this is where the movers and shakers of this industry hang out. So you can see Andy Slamans here said, I'm very thankful to Will Mitchell and Kyle Eschner in this group. I've learned so much since I joined in September 2014. So I mean, we always say this is kind of the program that creates all the other programs, right? We have so many people in here that have gone out and do things like that. So obviously Andy Slamans, huge fan of him. He's in the program, love him. But yeah, there's tons of different ones. Obviously Amazing Selling Machine is the big one out there. And yeah, I mean, people always say, we're very similar to Amazing Selling Machine at a much lesser price and with a much more successful community. So yeah, I mean, again, there's not many other people out there, guys, that are doing this. Again, I think you would be very hard pressed to find any other way to get access to the vice president of Alibaba, the CTO of Home Shopping Network, Noah Kagan. These are interactions and relationships that you just can't get anywhere else. So every other program out there, I've definitely heard of them. My opinion of them differs. Some of them are good, some of them are just scammy, but at the end of the day, I really do, this is really kind of the best of the best. This is the cutting edge of the industry. And if you guys question that at all, I mean, you can jump in here and just start scrolling through, and you're going to see, right when news hits, it's here. It's just amazing. So yeah, I mean, if you go through here too, you're going to see a lot of names that you recognize from this industry too. So I mean, so yeah, lots of success happening here.
Random wants to know how much capital is needed to start an importing business using the model that you've been discussing tonight.
So you want about $200, $250 minimum. I used to tell our clients that they should start with $200, $250. Lately, it's worked out really well for our clients, the $200, $250 level. Lately, I think in the future I might have to revise that to $300, $400. But yeah, definitely under $500. Again, the riskier thing here, and it's really interesting. The risky thing is if you go into this with a bunch of money, $1,000, $2,000. If you go into it and have this big bankroll you're just trying to throw around, that's where people really get scammed and lose money with this business model. Again, counterintuitively, the quickest way to grow is to grow slow. It doesn't matter how much money you're starting out with. Your first order is going to be 5 to 10 units, and your second order is going to be 10 to 25 units, 25 to 50. So the amount of money you go into really doesn't matter as long as you have, again, $200, $250 is really going to cover your first order or two.
Talia says, how many hours are left to act on the 50% promotion?
Let's see, just about 24 hours, just about 24 hours. So tomorrow night at midnight, the price of this will go up. To be completely honest with you, the price was already supposed to go up on this presentation right here, but we had a few technical difficulties over the weekend, so we decided to leave it down for one more presentation here. On Wednesday, the price of this will be going up. So definitely, definitely big opportunity there. Cross my heart, hope to die. On Wednesday, this thing will be more expensive. So, and guys, that's just something we have to do. Again, this is the cutting edge of the industry, and we're only going to let 500 people in here to make sure everybody gets the attention and the help that they need one-on-one. So 500 person limit. At that point, it gets cut off, and we are on and rocking.
So Hannah Moore says, why would anyone be interested in my product that is not known? That it's not a known brand that they trust and know already. So she wants to know, how can she just launch a product now and compete with the big guys in Amazon?
To be completely honest, you can't. You honestly can't. And I think that's, there's a lot of internet marketers out there that are trying to sell you on the idea that you can. To be completely honest, and I challenge you guys to go out there and ask anybody who's had success with this business model. Most people start smaller than the top, right? One quote that we use all the time for our clients is think big, act small. You want to have that big, huge vision of what your company is going to be, but you have to think about the next smallest step you can take to get there, and just keep on taking the smallest steps possible. Think big, act small. So yeah, that's, obviously, if you're trying to launch a new product from scratch and go out and compete with people, you have to really know your customers. You have to really know why they're buying your product. You have to know what's wrong with the competitors' products, all those things. And the truth of the matter is, you can't know those things without selling the product already. So as you'll see when you get in the Jumpstart program, we actually guide people through the product validation phase, the sample selling process, before you go out and brand your product. And that way, you can start selling your product, just a generic version of it, and start there, get some cash flow going, get some customers going, and then when the time comes to really, quote unquote, fix that product or make it better, you're going to know how to and have the money to do it. So yeah, I think most people get really frustrated because they're just trying to compete with the big brands right out of the gate, but you have to sell the generics first, do the piggybacking, do the general arbitrage, and we're just slowly building up from there. So yeah, I mean, this is a kind of a full business concept strategy that you guys are going to learn. It's not some, again, push button system or anything. This is a real business strategy. And our goal with this is obviously not to change lives or anything, but we get so many testimonials from people, from clients that are like, this has changed my life. You guys have changed the way I think. And obviously that's not our goal, but we get a lot of people that come in and they are internet marketers inside, right? They want to be entrepreneurs, but they keep on getting held down by these internet marketers and these get rich quick schemes, and they just keep on getting pulled into this swamp, this muck, all this internet marketing noise, the shiny object syndrome. And after you go through this program, within the first 5 or 6 weeks, people really feel like they're stepping out of the swamp, right? Like they're getting above all the noise. And at the end of the 12 weeks, a lot of our clients, they feel like what we call mogulpreneurs, right? They're no longer entrepreneurs. They're bigger than that. We're building sellable companies now, and we really understand the business concepts. Our clients, at that point are really able to stand above that internet marketing swamp and just kind of watch the whole industry run around like chickens with their heads cut off while you are out there building your business, right? So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but that's kind of how we do it.
Vlad's curious to know, how many people have gone through the Jumpstart program from day one?
Probably just about 2,500 or 3,000 people. So maybe a little bit less than that. Say 2,500. So yeah, tons and tons of people have been through this program already. And as you can see, you guys are going to get to join them today. It's not like we keep our successful members separate from you. All of our members and all of our clients are here ready to help. Obviously, you shouldn't abuse that or anything. Don't just reach out to them for help all the time. But you're going to be amazed at how friendly and helpful this community is. It really is. So yeah, you can see just in this Facebook group, we have 1,800 alumni of this program who are just killing it. And yeah, so you guys have access to all of them.
So Hannah's follow-up to that was, what is the success rate on the clients?
Not sure what the success rate is. Honestly, the only people we see in the Facebook group are, for the most part, people having success. We have a few people at any given time who are really frustrated and here to get help. But I mean, here's a guy, you know, Julian Sinclair just launched another business because he's just getting this business model down so much. So added another business. But so yeah, I mean, what's the success rate? Here's what I'll say. I think the success rate is pretty close to 100% for people that don't give up. If you give up, obviously, you know, you're not going to be successful with it. If you don't give up and you keep on trying and you keep on coming back to the group and the VIP coaching email, and you keep coming back and keep trying and keep on getting help, I don't know if many people have ever gone through and not been happy at the end of the 12 weeks, because we're very, very hands-on with our clients. And if someone's having a bad time, you have an entire community of 1,800 people that are there to say, Jesus, what's the matter? Let's get this fixed. It's really not just, you know, us. It's this client community is just absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's because, you know, again, this isn't some internet marketing program. This is a real business incubator program. So the people that are in here are real business people, and this is where they hang out. You know, this is just such a high quality community. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it.
Absolutely. And I think an important thing to note about what you just said too is the like spectacular failure rate of somebody just, you know, really going under is 0, because of the progression that Will kind of talked about today. It's responsible. You don't bet, you know, you don't mortgage your house and spend all your money just to get a bunch of product that you don't know whether it's going to sell or not. By the time you're investing significant amounts of money, you have cash flow and you've proven that the product is going to move. So the only type of failure is literally quitting. Anybody else that hasn't quit hasn't failed. And Jack, so George says, do you help us research products to sell?
Yeah, absolutely. So not only we do like just a crazy long, like 5 or 6 hour night with you guys where we'll just sit down and do product research all day pretty much. So yeah, we do product research with you, for you. We're also going to show you a lot of cool little ways to see what's working and to skip a lot of what we even showed you today. Every time we do this Jumpstart program, getting better and better. The industry is getting more and more advanced. So yeah, I mean, it just keeps on getting easier. So we're going to teach you guys a lot of cool little methods too, to you know, like I showed you today with the ads, like find really good products and just, you know, skip a lot of this work. So yeah, you know, Jorge, I don't come over to your house and sit down and research products with you. But yeah, we definitely sit down, you know, and do product research together. You guys are going to get a full spreadsheet of 50, 100 products and just a whole bunch of awesome products in there. Obviously, we found 1 or 2 good ones today, but yeah, by week 4, week 5, we'll have a whole database of kick-ass products.
Now, Ola wants to know if we help with marketing any products on Amazon and eBay.
Do you say marketing?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's honestly one of the main things we cover. So yeah, we cover all sorts of sales. Obviously, eBay, Amazon. We cover Amazon a lot more than eBay, I should mention. eBay can be really good for a lot of businesses, but obviously Amazon is just going to be a huge part of any e-commerce business. So we spend a lot more time on Amazon than eBay specifically. But yeah, we cover Amazon, eBay. And we also get really in depth on Shopify and building your own e-commerce store, and then also start talking about how to actually grow an e-commerce store, because it's really easy to get an e-commerce store up, but now we're talking about social media marketing and email marketing and Facebook ads and all this different stuff. So we really cover everything you need to know with those business models in the 12 weeks.
So Jack is reminding us, he says, out of curiosity, how many Facebook shares did the post reach?
Oh yeah, great point. Let's go check it out.
Almost forgot about that.
Yeah, we got another giveaway here. So we're at 102 shares. So you guys have won yourself an Apple Watch. I don't know if you guys are gonna get another 100 shares here, but if you guys get another 100 shares on that post, we'll be giving away another Apple Watch here. So yeah, let's give away one of the Apple Watches, I guess. Let me see what the giveaway question I have lined up is. Okay. I got a pretty good question here. I got a pretty good question. All right, guys. So this is for the Apple Watch, Sport. So whoever wins this one will win an Apple Watch Sport, which is pretty awesome. Be your choice of color and all that fun stuff. So here it is, guys. The giveaway question for the Apple Watch Sport. Here we go. And I'll let you guys one more second to get your mouse in the question box. And I think I might compete with you guys because I want one of these too. But here's the giveaway question, guys. Whoever gets this right first, the very first one, will win themselves a free Apple Watch. Very cool. So let's do it, guys. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Name 3 of the guest experts we've had on in the Jumpstart program. So, guys, these have to be full names here, and not including me. Full names. Got some answers coming in. Okay, cool. So we got, man, that was quick, but we got a winner here. Jack the Great here. Jack was really paying attention, and Jack gave us Scott Mitchell, Noah Kagan, and Jim Smith. So that's absolutely correct. Ryan the Great got so close, but yeah, that's awesome. Chris got in second there, so good job, Chris. You almost won yourself a watch. But yeah, Jack the Great has won himself a free Apple Watch. Very cool, Jack. Jack, just go ahead and I think we'll grab your email address here and email you, and you just got to select a color. So head over to the Apple site and pick a color out, my friend. Congratulations. So yeah, guys, next 3 experts we've had on the Jumpstart program. Again, we've just had so many at this point, but Jack the Great got that correct with Scott Mitchell, the CTO of Home Shopping Network, Noah Kagan from AppSumo, and Jim Smith of FBAInspection.com. So that's just 3 of our great guests. So that's our giveaway there, guys, and congratulations.
Perfect. Now, Vlad wants to know. He says that FBA nowadays is getting to be very popular. He wants to know when do you expect the FBA market to be saturated?
It's going to take so long, honestly. It's just starting to heat up. You have to understand. We all think of e-commerce as being this old thing. But again, just this last Christmas, I think, is the first time that all the little grandmas from Nebraska just tried Amazon for the first time, and nobody's going back to retail now. You really have to think about it this way, too. Any kid that's born in 2015, do you really think they're going to go out shopping? No, the whole retail industry is going to die over the next 20, 50 years, whatever it takes. So I really don't think that the e-commerce market in general is going to be saturated for a very long time. Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, it's just growing too quickly. There's just too many buyers in the market right now. It's to the point right now, when SEO first came out, you could literally throw up any crappy website and you would start getting traffic, right? Because there just weren't that many websites out there in proportion to how many people were searching for those websites. Now we're seeing the same thing happen with e-commerce, and it's hard to believe, but honestly, guys, there's people that are just throwing up random products with no description, terrible pictures, and they're making money. So we're in a period right now where all of the commercial products are moving online, and we're not yet to the point of optimization, right? After all the products are online, then we'll start optimizing the products, making them look good. But as a market, that's not going to happen for another 10 years. So I don't even think we're anywhere close to hitting a saturation point. I think it's going to be unbelievable to most people how much growth happens in e-commerce in the next 5-10 years. Guys, look at Facebook, Instagram, it's not like it's just a few companies, right? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Google, Instagram, all these companies are literally changing the way that their ad platforms work to sell e-commerce products. You have to understand that the whole future of the internet, or at least for the next 5 years, is going to revolve around e-commerce. So yeah, I don't think we're anywhere close to saturation. I think we're actually in a situation right now where we're saturated in buyers. There's too many buyers out there. I think that's the saturation problem right now. I think we're another 10 or 15 years off at least of seeing any saturation from sellers, because again, guys, every single retail store that you drive past is going to go out of business, including the grocery stores, all those guys. They're all going to be gone in 15, 20 years, I promise you. So you're talking about multiple trillions of dollars of sales going online. I don't know if there's ever been a bigger opportunity, honestly, than in a long time.
So Ragnar's in the EU, and he said there's a bunch of certifications for products there with toys, electronics, chemicals, all these things. And he says Alibaba suppliers probably don't have a clue about what certifications are required. How does this work for a European?
Yeah, as you'll see, we really recommend our clients to not worry about certifications at this stage. Honestly, and this is the type of advice you're going to get on the inside. So, full disclaimer, this is just what I personally would do, probably not advice, but most of the multi-millionaire, importers and e-commerce people that you're going to talk to in this program, they'll tell you that they ignored certifications, regulations, things like that until they had a product up and selling. So a lot of the times, even if there is an issue with the product, you're still going to sell 50 or 100 of them before you really realize it's a problem. And then you'll actually have the confidence that the product's going to work, so you won't mind fixing the problem, right? So yeah, I mean, when you get into a program, our advice on that is going to be not to worry about it until it becomes a problem. And that's another one of the luxuries and benefits of scaling up slow with this growth curve that we give to our clients. If you're going 5, 10, 10, 25, 25, 50, you're limiting your risk while you're still trying to figure out all the nuances of that specific product, whether it be certifications, regulations, whatever it is. So that's just, I mean, all of these complex business topics, obviously, and concepts are built into the strategy we give you. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in these strategies we give. So, and then in terms of actually getting those certifications done when the time comes, it really depends on the product and the certification, but obviously we can definitely help with that when the time comes.
Yes, and that again, I think that's a huge benefit to the live component and the community component, is having that kind of context for knowing what you need to know and what you don't need to know exactly when you do. And so you're surrounded by a lot of people that know that certain details aren't as important as you think they might be, or as you think they should be at certain points. AC says, how quickly can I start making money? How quickly can I turn a profit with this business?
You can literally go and make money tonight, right now. Honestly, I know that sounds like a hype or something, but as you've learned, we are not hypey internet marketers, or real entrepreneurs. So yeah, you can honestly go out there and start making money tonight. Here is proof. Let me find it in the Facebook group. I saw someone just joined the other day and started making money like the same night. Let me see if I can find her. So yeah, here's someone that just joined the other day. Here's Sufian Hakim, and just started the other day. Literally, you can see the first post she ever made was July 1st. Hello everyone, my name is Sufian. I've been selling on eBay for 3 months. Just started on Amazon. Made about $300 profit in the time that she's been trying, and then she joined the group. You can see literally July 1st, right? July 2nd. And it's not even, look, this was at 10:55 p.m. on July 1st. 3 hours later at 1:30 on July 2nd. So 3 hours later, so last month's sales. I thought that was what I was looking for. One sec. So here's talking about retail arbitrage. Here you go. I'm excited to say that I checked my first package of piggyback inventory on Amazon literally 5 hours ago. I get $10 profit I get the product for $10, sell it for $27. $10 profit for me. Just sold 3 in the last hour. And then goes on and talks about that product. So Sufyan literally joined, and within 24 hours was making a profit on these products, selling products online. So, we've gotten very good at this, and we understand that there's some people that just, want to get in and start making money right away. And yeah, obviously we have accounted for that now. And if you want to start making money right now tonight, I would jump into the retail arbitrage section. And if you're really in a hurry and it's 10:20 here in Florida. So if you're really in a hurry, you could even jump to the retail arbitrage section with the chapters here on the side and just start listening to how retail arbitrage works. And yeah, we go through retail arbitrage, how to make it work for you, all that fun stuff. So yeah, literally, guys, we have people in the Facebook group making hundreds of dollars profit within their first few days. Retail arbitrage, really easy to get started, surprising amount of profit to be made there. But as you'll see us here as you'll hear us say to our clients, you'll never become a multimillionaire with retail arbitrage, right? And we even have Alan Basinger, who does about, you saw the one post from Alan Basinger. He did, he's doing about $400,000 a month just on retail arbitrage. And even Alan Basinger, who's doing $400,000 a month in retail arbitrage, he even jumped in the program to diversify out of retail arbitrage and start getting into these other business models, because like we say to our clients, it's a retail arbitrage, not the best long-term business strategy, but a really good way to get your feet wet, start making some money, and really give you the cushion to transition into some of these longer-term business models that we'll teach you.
Yeah, speaking of Alan, earlier we talked about how this program starts at zero. You can know nothing about importing, nothing about e-commerce, and this is going to give you everything you need to get going. On the other end, Arnold says, I'm doing $35,000 a month in one product on Amazon. Is this program going to cover more advanced stuff, helping me scale, helping me add products to my product line, that type of thing?
Absolutely. So there's really 3 phases to this program, and they're kind of, the 12 weeks are really split into 3 4-week segments. So the first 4 weeks, we're really going to focus on launching a new business, finding products, doing product research, finding suppliers, that whole thing, right? And then for the phase 2, from weeks 5 to 8 or whatever, then we really get into selling and promotions and things like that. And then phase 3, towards the end, we really get into scale, automation, and kind of switching gears into building a sellable company. So yeah, we honestly, we have so many people in our program. We just showed you Alan Basinger making $400,000 a month. Kevin Schlechter making over $1 million a month in sales. These people stay in the group and continue to get Jumpstart group after Jumpstart group. They sign up again and again because it's just that valuable for them. If you're already rocking one of these businesses, if you're doing 30 grand a month in sales, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first 4 weeks will probably be a little boring to you, but you'll learn a lot. What's gonna be more valuable for you is week 5 on. That's when we're gonna get into the things where literally we're going to say, one word and it's going to change the growth rate of your business forever, right? So there's a lot of just little golden nuggets and things. Like I said, this is kind of the cutting edge. So honestly, if I was doing 30, 40 grand a month in sales, this program is almost worth it just to get in the community, because there's so many people in here. There's just not many other places that you can just go and start talking to people that are doing, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month in sales, let alone $1 million a month in sales. It's really tough to find those people, let alone, have them open and willing to create a relationship with you. So I think this is a great opportunity. If you're already selling on Amazon, it's going to take, one little piece of advice is going to pay off the whole cost of the program. So I definitely think you have more to gain.
And Virl is looking for the sign-up link again.
Yeah, absolutely. Just startupbros.com/import. And yeah, you guys will be able to reserve your spot at this special live 50 discount until, again, tomorrow at midnight. So about 24 hours from now, we're going to turn off this coupon, and the price will be going up. So yeah, you got about 24 hours to get in at this price level.
And I think Mario came in late. He says, after the 12 weeks, do you still have access?
Yep, absolutely. You got lifetime access to literally everything you've seen today. Yeah, we have no plans of ever taking anything down. After the 12 weeks ends, you don't get anything taken away from you. You know, there's no continuity. You know, there's no monthly charge or extra fee or anything to stay in the community. So even after those 12 weeks end, you're going to have lifetime access to all the replays you saw, all your videos, and obviously lifetime access to the community, the discounts, any new discounts we add, all those things. So yeah, once you're in this program, again, you're part of the family, and we definitely take care of our clients.
And we are starting to run dry on questions. So if you have a question that has not been answered, go ahead and copy and paste it into the question box. Justin just joined. He said, "My wallet is normally locked so tight. You guys are good salespeople. Do you have legal resources available for those worried about product liability and other concerns?"
Justin, we can definitely help you with that. You'll hear us talk about this as well, Justin. And you know, when I say you'll hear us talk about this, it's not like, again, it's not like you're just going to be listening to me and Kyle blabber on the whole time, right? This is, you know, we bring in such successful importers and e-commerce and brand owners and things like that. So it's not just me, but Justin, I think what most people would tell you is don't worry about product liability insurance for now. Once we start getting at, like, you know, 50, 100 units, that's when we'll start worrying about product liability insurance. But yeah, honestly, for the first samples and everything, it's so much more valuable actually to not worry about product liability and taxes and LLCs and stuff like that. And this is all stuff we cover in, you know, the first weekly session of this. So you know, you guys will learn all about, you know, when to get an LLC, you know, when to get product liability insurance, all these different things. We'll definitely be talking about really in depth.
Randon wants to know what the average company makes during the first year in the program.
During the first year, wow. I'm not sure on the first year, honestly. Not sure on the first year. I could tell you that, you know, in the first month, you're gonna see anywhere from, you know, see, it really depends on your risk tolerance and things like that too. Honestly, you know, if anyone tells you that business is just this cookie cutter thing, they're lying to you, right? So it's going to be different for everyone pretty much, and I don't want to, you know, lie to anyone on that. It's going to be different for everyone. I'm just jumping over to the group here. Let's see if I can get in the Facebook group. So the amount of money people make in the first month. The first month, I mean, you can go through here, and I'll just go through here and start clicking some of these success pictures. Honestly, you know, we're not internet marketers, right? And like Justin just said, wow, you guys are really good salespeople. I'm surprised to hear that, right? Because we're not trying to sell on this. You know, I mean, obviously we're trying to sell it, but we're not hyping it up or anything. If anything, we've not hyped this up enough. Because it really is just an amazing program, but we do understand that it's not right for everyone, right? And it's quite the investment. So this is really made for importing entrepreneurs and e-commerce entrepreneurs who are really ready to get serious with this thing and want the best chance of success, right? And that's what this group is going to do for you. So yeah, in terms of the amount of money people are making, I'm going to start clicking through, and this isn't, you guys will see once we get in there, we don't encourage people to post their product shots and their sales stats. So I'm literally just going to start clicking through sales stats. You know, here's Rye Rice posted this 58 minutes ago while we were on the call. So yeah, I'll start clicking through these, and you can see just, you know, how much money most people are making in the program. And if you have any other questions, I can definitely cover that.
Perfect. Mishuk just signed up. Welcome, Mishuk. You will be getting an email in the next 10 to 15 minutes with your login details. Mehdi says, another person said, you guys are so persuasive. I think that, yeah, I really do think that's funny, because if you watch a real sales pitch, it does not look like this, you guys. Alejandro says, what's the difference between Amazon FBA and the FBA Prep Center?
So this is going to kind of get into a deeper topic, but yeah, we'll definitely answer that for you. So FBA inspection is really good to kind of be the middleman between your factory and FBA. It's getting more and more possible for suppliers to ship straight to Amazon FBA. But even if you're doing it that way, you need something else there, right? You need a middleman in that supply chain, because what happens if your Chinese supplier ships over a pallet and it just gets a little beat up, right? Because shipping's rough. If anything's wrong with that shipment, Amazon is just going to deny the whole thing. So you definitely don't want them to send that shipment back to China, obviously, and have to deal with that whole thing. So a lot of times you can have them send it back to FBA inspection. FBA inspection is a really good middleman in between FBA and your supplier, and especially if you're international, it's just such a huge thing, because now you have boots on the ground in the US to really help you take pictures of the product, check on the product, things like that. So FBA inspector, really, really important for international people. It's going to be a necessary piece of your supply chain. If you're already in the US, you're going to want to use FBA inspection at some point in your business, but you can probably let it be for quite some time. So yeah, we're going to talk about obviously FBA inspection, all the things they do, and all that fun stuff as in the program, obviously. But
And Hannah says, will we learn how to deal with Amazon, like bad feedback, how to get in the buy box, and how to become best seller?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the main things we'll go over. So yeah, I mean, we have people in here. I mean, combined, it's probably $100 million a year in Amazon sales, the people that are going to be teaching you this stuff. So just in our last one, we did week 6 inside a $10 million Amazon empire. And this was literally a behind the scenes look at Will Chernlin's Amazon empire. They do over $10 million of sales. I mean, guys, look at this. I mean, people are always so tight knit and uptight about the products they sell and stuff like that. You're going to see in this program that we're just such good business people, and all of our clients are just such good entrepreneurs that they don't even have that fear anymore, right? Every time someone sees their product, it's a good thing for them. They're just really, really good business people. They're not afraid of the competition. We're all really confident we can beat the competition, and that's really what we're all about. So yeah, Will Chernlin here literally took us through every single piece of his importing business from the ground up, how they built it. Here's the products they were selling, just a few of them. Talked about their suppliers. You guys can use these suppliers. So yeah, I mean, literally saw everything in this business. And he even shared all of his virtual assistants. So if you're in this program, you can actually use Will Chernlin's virtual assistants for anything. And same exact virtual assistants that are working on this $10 million Amazon business. So they already know what to do. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of the many things we talk about regarding Amazon.
Charlie says, how many members are in the Jumpstart program now, and what is the forecast for the future?
Yeah, like I said, we let 500 people in every time we do it. So it's capped at 500, can't go over that. And guys, it's because this is a truly interactive program. You can see from these Facebook posts and stuff in the group, we're very friendly with each other. I mean, I know all of our clients by name. Kyle knows all our clients by name, and we just love our clients. So so this is a very tight-knit group. And yeah, I forgot the oh yeah, how many members? So yeah, we let 500 people in per group here, and as you can see, there's 1,800 people. These are all alumni, right? So we're just opening this July Jumpstart group now. So this is the first chance anyone's getting to join it, and you see we're at 1,800 alumni here. So this is just people that have gone through the program already. And yeah, guys, as you can see, like, this is a very tight knit group. Like here's a picture of someone, or a picture that someone made the other day. Just get the samples in and out the door, right? The one thing that separates the winners and the losers. So yeah, I mean, tons and tons of stuff, tons of just such a strong community. I think you guys would just be absolutely amazed when you get in here. You're gonna have many lifetime friends that you create through this program. I can promise you that.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. Every time somebody's in the same city as another member of the group, they always post a picture of them together, and it's so cool. They just work on their businesses together in the group, and then when they see each other in the real world too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Muhammad says how, and he's not the first one. A bunch of people are asking, how do I get to this Facebook group? And you guys, this is a private group. It's only for paying clients. And so even if you find it and you send a request, they only get accepted for clients, just because it's how we keep the quality of the group so high.
Yes.
So Vlad says, as I understand, you guys still have your main business like FBA and other stuffs. How do you take this coaching business? Is it more your personal passion for coaching and helping people, more like a hobby, or is it already your main business now?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we still, I still help in this business, but honestly, this business is at 45, 50 employees now. It's a, $20, $30 million business. So truth be told, we just aren't too involved in the day-to-day operations of this business anymore. And to be completely honest, I just got so sick of beauty and hair products, and I know everything I will ever need to know about hair color and all this stuff. So yeah, we are not involved in the day-to-day operations here anymore. But yeah, like we talked about, even right now, you can see 6 of our brands here. We're actually going to be throwing out a few of these brands and kind of switching up our whole product offering and actually changing the name of the company here too. So we still play a very deep advisory role and almost a consulting role to this business, and obviously still have a large stake in it. But yeah, we aren't involved in the day-to-day operations anymore. We kind of got it up and running and got the right people in the right seats, so to speak. So yeah, we still run that, and you guys will see in the program, we'll be jumping to this quite a bit towards the end, and especially as we, this brand we just launched a couple months ago. This is a really fun brand to create. This is a full private label brand, guys. So is this one. Most of these are just private label brands. We have a few that we have exclusive distribution rights to in North America. So we'll talk about, exclusivity, distributorships, things like that. But yeah, honestly, guys, obviously we're out there really doing it. I know a lot of people aren't, but I could log in and show you guys some sales stats from this site if you wanted. But again, I think those numbers are nothing, right? Because there's the journey to get to those numbers is the real challenge, and that's what we cover. I'm not just going to flash a whole bunch of big numbers at you guys and ask you to buy something. This is about going through a business journey together and creating this community of successful people that really understand how this business model works. So.
Now, this next question comes from Rodney. He's a current client. He just joined tonight, and this is more depth than we usually like to go into on these things. But I figure because he's a client and because the other questions are starting to wrap up, you might want to take it. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, yeah, it looks like we are running out of questions here. So yeah, go ahead and throw your questions in the question box if you have them. And yeah, we might wrap up here in the next few minutes.
So Rodney says, I've been searching for over a year for the right product. We will never let you do that, Rodney, by the way. He says, I found what I thought was the perfect product, ordered inventory, and then there was a boom of the same product. It became a pricing war. Does this happen often? And how do you avoid this? How do you compete with people that order in the thousands?
Hey, great question. So yeah, if I could find that question, I would like to read it again. But yeah. I'd like to find that question. Okay, yeah. So he's been searching for the right product. Yeah, definitely don't look for the right product for too long, right? With this product research workbook and the sample selling process, it's almost just putting products through the system, right? So don't get too attached to any one product. We always tell our clients, don't worry about being passionate about the product, because I promise you're going to get passionate about anything that's selling well and growing quickly, right? Really easy to get passionate about success. So So yeah, there was a boom in the same product. Yeah, honestly, Rodney, that's how the whole economy works, right? The products come out and there's just a progressive price war until they turn into this commodity, right? And there's no margin to be made anywhere. So yeah, I mean, there's no real way to avoid it other than developing competitive advantages, developing brand differentiation and things like that, which will cover all of that. But it's definitely important to realize that that's the general nature of the economy, is for stuff to get cheaper and for prices to and margins to go down, right? So so never get attached to any one product for too long, because obviously you want to be switching out and getting new products all the time and constantly be one thing that our clients learn that really kind of shakes their world, so to speak, is the fact that you can be doing multiple business models at the same time. It helps our clients so much when they finally realize that they can be doing general arbitrage products at the same time as one or two private label products, and they don't have to just do one. So yeah, I think if that doesn't answer your question, it's really about going through this in the right steps. And yeah, obviously, we realize as business people that products and price wars happen. So we have a lot of different business concepts built into our system to help you avoid that at the right time.
Now, Siva is in India. He says, can I build my business in the UK, Australia, and other countries besides the USA while I'm in India?
Yeah, Siva, you can do that. You can do that. I won't lie to you, though. In India is probably going to be one of the more challenging countries to do it in. Not challenging, but it's going to have a higher degree of complexity than some. Siva, what you're going to want to do, and I think there are some people in the Facebook group that are operating this business out of India. First thing you're going to want to do is head into the Facebook group and just look up anything that anybody has said about India. There's a whole bunch of people in here that are selling from India already. So yeah, those people, you definitely want to connect with those people. Yeah, lots of people doing that, so that's good. So yeah, and then in terms of doing it from India specifically, yeah, Shirag is actually from India, and he is just killing it lately with this product. Yeah, look at these product photos.
There's some really successful folks from India.
I love this. Look, currently unavailable. This is another one of our clients that became so successful that they ran out of inventory. Sad to see, but yeah. So yeah, we have a lot of people from India. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. There's a little bit of added complexity doing it from India. It's a lot easier to do this business from a quote unquote Western country. But yeah, you can definitely do it in India. Lots of people having success with it. If you're in India though, you're going to have to use FBA inspection a little bit more heavily from the beginning. So obviously, Siva, if you join the group, just go ahead and send us a VIP email. Obviously, we're here to help you, connect you with the right people for your specific situation.
And that was the final question that I have here.
Awesome, just amazing. Yeah, so we got a ton of people jumping in here. Really awesome to see. I see. Let's see. Joe the Great just jumped in. I love Joe the Great. Awesome. Get to know your real last name soon. So yeah, tons of people jumping in, and that's awesome to see, guys. Let me. I'm gonna bring up some names here and congratulate some people for taking that step to the next level here. So yeah, Rafa Qual. That's an awesome name. Rafa Qual, welcome. Arnold, Alexandra, Rodney, Jack, Kevin. Laura Lay, that's a cool name too. Mishuk, Vernus, Jeffrey, Nicholas, Derek, Justin, Nicole, Trevor, Randall, and Aline, Mario, Rana, Mohammed, Yong, Natalie, Dina, Yong again, Nathalie again, Adrian, Vernus, William, Joel. Awesome, good to have you guys in. So yeah, guys. Yeah, keep in mind, obviously, we understand this is, not a small investment at all. This is really made for people who are ready to take that step to the next level and actually build a successful business. Okay, this isn't some make you feel good course. This is building successful businesses. So if you're ready to take that step to the next level, really get serious about your success, this is the program for you. So guys, we're going to be here pretty much all night. If you guys want to give us a call, any questions about the program or payment methods, anything like that, you can give us a call at 866-642-6669. And you can see that right on the screen there.
And yeah, guys, feel free. Once we get off the webinar, we'll be answering phone calls. And feel free if you have any questions about the program, anything like that. Obviously, guys, you're covered by a 45-day money-back guarantee on this. Live 50 coupon will be available for about another 24 hours here. So yeah, guys, make sure you make that decision soon. About 24 hours before the price on this goes up. And obviously, guys, the price on this program has continued to go up over time. So you know, if you feel like this is the right thing for you, and again, guys, if you're still here, you've been here for 4 hours, which is awesome. Thank you for that. And I hope you got a ton of value out of it. But if you're still here today, you obviously feel this, right? You feel like this could be it. You feel like we might vibe, right? We might have the same wavelength here. Guys, if you are still here and you're still on the fence, I would really encourage you to jump in with this price and take advantage of that 45-day money-back guarantee. Guys, you have 45 days to figure out if this is right for you. If not, just ask for the refund. Literally no risk. And guys, go ahead and Google StartupBros refunds, anything like that. We give refunds within an hour or two you asking. So guys, this is here to make it risk-free. If you're on the fence, you think this might be the right thing, I think you'd be doing yourself a big disservice by not jumping in and giving it a try. Like I said, I've been burned by so many internet marketing courses and things like that. And guys, this isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. This really is different. So, if you're skeptical, if you don't trust it, please, I think you owe yourself. Do it as a favor to yourself. Make sure you jump in. At least check it out for a few days. And if it's not good for you, just email us up to 45 days from today. 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked, same day. Money's right back in your pocket. So guys, that is really there to make it risk-free. We want good entrepreneurs in here. And I know a lot of good entrepreneurs have been scammed by internet marketers before. So I understand where that's coming from, but we really want to give you the opportunity to check this out and make sure that it's right for you in your business. So guys, there it is. Again, startupbros.com/import. Use the live 50 coupon code. Get 50% off tonight and a 45-day money-back guarantee with that. Guys, any questions? 866-642-6669. And yeah, Kyle, do we have any other questions here before we jump off?
Oh man. You know what? There was one other good question. Trevor wants to know, how many hours a day does it take to build this business?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we actually did a survey in our group once because someone asked that on a live webinar, and we asked, for the people that are really being successful with this, making over $1,000 a month, how much time are you putting into it? And I thought it would be 20 to 40 hours a week. I thought people would be working hard. The typical answer was 5 to 10 hours per week. So what we really recommend is, obviously you need 2 or 3 hours every week to go in the group coaching session and all that. And then I would try to get another 2 or 3 hours to take action on the things that you learn in the group coaching session. So I'd say, excuse me, I'd say the minimum to have success with this comfortably and not feel rushed or behind is 5 to 10 hours per week.
Awesome. Yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. Super active, engaged group in the question box while you were tearing it up, and people the whole time were just talking about, this is the best webinar I've been to. So this was awesome all the way around. Really great. Thank you so much for everybody who's been here for the last 4 hours. I'm excited to work with the ones who signed up.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks a lot for being here. I hope you got a ton of value out of today's presentation. Congratulations to everyone who won, gift cards and Apple Watches. That's awesome. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for being here. We're going to have a replay of this up within the next few days. But again, guys, this offer will expire in just 24 hours here at midnight tomorrow. So, so yeah, guys, I really look forward to working with everyone who's taken that step up to the next level so far. And guys, if you haven't, I'd still really encourage you to get out there and work with this business model. Even if you're not jumping in the Jumpstart group, there's over 200 people here still. Guys, get out there and build your businesses. Don't go watch more webinars. Don't go watch more videos on YouTube. I promise you, this exact system I've just shown you is being used by thousands of people who are building very, very big businesses. So guys, you see people having success with this. You know that this is the next bubble, right? It's you know that e-commerce is only on the way up. I really encourage you guys to get out there, build your businesses, take advantage of this massive gold rush right now, with or without us. So get out there, guys, and take some action and build your businesses. So guys, had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions, 866-642-6669. And yeah, guys, have a great night. And I really just don't want to leave you if you guys want to keep hanging out for a few hours. but I'll let you go. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you later. Goodbye.